gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Today, I'm gonna be responding to some video clips about women thinking they know what men want. And we see this all the time, but I want to do this in real time. And I'm going to do a couple things a little different. We're also going to still do some memes of the day. I am not going to be responding to your comments because I feel like this topic is going to go for a minute. So something I'm going to do, I'm going to allow my regulars and my close folk a chance to come up here on the panel. So I am going to be dropping the link early. We'll be going through these videos. And I want to get real-time reaction from anybody who wants to come up. My regulars, right? You got to be one of my regulars. You know what I mean? If you ain't one of my OG gents, okay, don't even click the link. You know what I mean? It's not that show today. So, yeah, man. So I was going through a number of video clips, and you're gonna see here in the next few days, upcoming weeks, I'm going to be changing a little bit of the format of the way I do my videos. Normally, I try to do these drawn out narratives, but I'm actually kind of let some clips ride and then kind of make just some quick comments in there here or there to give my thoughts. But I have some videos coming up that some of these clips is just ridiculous. So I'm gonna be just changing up the format, just a hair different. It's gonna be pretty much the same show, you know. But I really want to really get into I'm excited to get into these because some of these come in the form of questions that these women have actual questions. And so I'm giving us the opportunity to talk about it and discuss it. So that's why I don't want to put too much extra fluff in the show, because we're going to need time to dissect this and talk about it. Listen, I cannot do this without you guys. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys, especially if you've been rocking with me for a while. So please do me a favor, hit that like button so we can let more people know that this show is going on today. It's Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is. The other thing that I am grateful for is for my subscribers, because it is you guys and my faithful, the people that watch the channel. If you are not subscribed to the channel, let me tell you that here on TSG Uncut, you know that I'm gonna break it down. I really put a lot of emphasis on you guys commenting on the videos. That means so much, because this is a place that for gents, for the gents, and that's men and women to be able to comment and for us to be able to talk about these things, for you to be able to express. I really love the people that leave stories or, you know, give detailed opinions, because I want other men to see that, how other men feel about these different topics and subjects. So I can't do it without you. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also you know, consider donating to the channel, because, you know, hey, I put everything that you guys give me, it all goes right back into the channel, right? At the end of the day. So check out the link for the Cash App, or, you know, you could do a super chat, whatever, okay? Not a requirement. I really need you to hit that like button and subscribe and comment. Those are the things I need from you the most. And watch the video, okay? Watch the videos. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here this evening. The other part of my show is I do shout outs, because I am appreciative of all the gents that are here. So let's see who's in the comments right now and get this thing rocking, because I want to get right into it. We got Anthony, Realism. Most black women don't understand black men. That's why so many black women assume that black men want in a woman what black women want in a man. Yeah, that's actually a good comment. It's right. And I don't think it's just limited to black women. It is something that is being seen throughout all the, you know, quote unquote red pill manosphere type topics, communities, where men have been saying now, right, for years now, hey, this is what we want. Yet and still, you still see videos where, you know, these women come on social media and say, I don't know a clue what women want. I don't even know, you know, where all the good guys at. Like, they know the answers are there. So if the answers are there and all this time has passed, they're on social media and they don't know the answers, then they're just being ignorant, right? They're just playing ignorant. Shout out to XL Pro. Thank you for being here, brother. He says salute. Thank you, brother, for being here always. Oh, that was me. Lucy says, let's go. My boy Jock Wilkins, young and grown. Please go check out this brother's channel and support him. Also, you might want to go check out XL Pro on Instagram. Me and him converse a lot, sends me a lot of clips and stuff through there. But definitely go check out Jock Wilkins' channel. Me and his brother talk all the time too. Iron sharpens iron, and that's what we're doing. We are here to get it. Got my boy Ennis in the house. What's going on, fam? Glad to see you here. Life lesson. If you can't protect it, don't wear it. There you go. It's all good, though. That's right, man. Good to see y'all here today. I'm ready to get into it. Let me pull up the clip real quick. Oh, that's pretty cool. Guests can stream to their own destinations. I like that. I'm about to start doing that. But that's something I'll set up later. So I'm going to drop the link in the post. Anybody wants to come up for a little bit and discuss some of this? God dang, it's starting to get warm in Vegas now. Jesus. All right. I don't want to put the fan on because it's going to be too loud. All right. So there's the link right there. Listen, I'm not going to waste too much time before anybody comes up. I'm going to play the first couple clips, and then we'll get into this. I want to get into this straight away, gents. All right. So the first clip. Right, we hear this all the time. I'm gonna set the table. Okay, it's time to eat now. It's time to eat. Oh, drink of the day is water because I just got back from the gym. Your boy getting his workout on, and trying to get back. Right, I don't tell I tell gents all the time about being on your purpose, working on yourself, all these different things. Well, I practice what I preach. I do exactly what I say. I'm in the gym. Anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week, and I'm pretty consistent with it. So I do that, for you guys, for myself, obviously, but also I practice what I preach. I do what I say. All right. So I'm gonna get to this first clip. Right, and let's watch it.
So why do women think that good men are boring?
So that's the first question. Why do women think that good men are boring? So I'm not going to answer that yet because I have a second clip that kind of falls into the same purview. So I want both of these clips to play because these women kind of go a little bit more into detail about it. And I think this is going to set up the first discussion. Lucis says he with vodka, tonic, grapefruit juice. Man, you got me wanting to pour me something right now, Lucis. I can't do that. I just left the gym, man. I can't. I'm trying to be good, bro. I'm trying to be good. Here we go.
Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers.
Okay,
I don't think just being a good man is enough.
All right, I'm gonna pause right there. I'm gonna pause that one right there. She says that she doesn't think that just being a good man is enough. Now, on that surface level, whatever, like that surface level comment that she just put out, I'm going to tell you right now that she ain't wrong. Okay. Now, I've said this before in the channel, and I'm going to repeat myself again because I like to be consistent on what I say. Unless some new information come along that changes my mind, but I doubt it. But here's the thing, man. A woman don't owe you no vajayjay, man. She don't. Okay. Some guys out there think that, man, these women, they just tripping. They owe me some vajayjay. They should talk to me. And some guys want women to flock to them and talk to them and go back to doing things more traditional. But at the same time, you do have some men out there who are not willing to do the things that I talk about on this channel, which I've been consistent in saying, right? We're coming up 390 videos. Technically, I'm probably over 500, but I kind of hid like 120 of them, right? But 500 videos, I've been consistent talking about men being on their purpose, men being on their grind, men working on yourself, man. Listen, if you ain't got a woman right now, and you want one, it may suck that you don't have one. But this is the time frame as a man that we need to focus, because I want you to think about something, okay? Think about all the greats that have come along, right? Think about the people that have literally, with their contributions to society, they have changed the course of human history through their sacrifice, but they all did it alone. Even Jesus did it alone. He had to go to the mountaintop alone before he could enact his purpose. He had to spend some time in the wilderness. And as a man, you need to have that time in the wilderness. Unfortunately, we have some men out here who are codependent. We have codependent men that have to be in relationships, that find themselves getting in relationship to relationship and never really giving themselves time to be alone, to know what it is to live alone. Okay. I've had some partners that always was living with a woman, but never had that time to live alone. And every man needs to be able to have that alone time to be able to fully work on and act his purpose. And it is essential, I believe, as a man to have that time to be able to focus, because women require, okay, I see some folk up and I see somebody. I got you, my brother. I see men who don't get that time alone. And then when they are alone, they start breaking apart. This is the period of time, men, that we need to focus our masculine energy into our purpose and into our goals. Okay. So listen, I'm going to bring my next guest up here in a second. Let me finish out this video real quick. Let me get the right one. I'm going to do that. There we go. What's going on, Lucis? You hear me?
I do.
Yeah, what's up, bro? It's been a minute since we roasted on some stuff, right?
It's been a minute, yes.
Been a minute since we rolled out. I know you've been busy though, man. I appreciate you. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started, right? So, and then let me do an acknowledgement real quick. Shout out to my brother from Speak Spanish Now. If you want to learn Spanish, you want to learn it in a practical, fun, and easy way, please go check out this brother's channel. Subscribe to it. A lot of you guys are looking to be passport bros, want to go to Latin countries. I'm going to tell you, there was nothing more important to my time there than getting immersed into the culture. But the best part about it was getting to the culture was a lot easier when you can at least try to communicate with people. Even if it's just a little bit, it'll help. And I'm telling you, if you go to Speak Spanish Now, you'll get everything you need over there. Thank you so much, my brother, for being here. Also, the link is up there, if you want to jump in too. Excel process true. Yeah, man. I'm dropping. All right, Lucy, let's get this thing cracking, baby. I ain't trying to waste your time here.
to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say
let me back that up, just so, because we missed a little context here. Let's get some context.
sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily,
let me stop there right quick. This is something I've been wanting to say for a minute, okay? About this good man thing. Have y'all noticed that the definitions in modern society are changing? Lucis, tell me if I'm wrong, brother, but didn't the word good in the dictionary mean a positive thing? Am I wrong, bro?
No, it actually used to mean something very positive.
Yeah. There's another word that's out there too. I really can't remember it off the top of my head, but there's another word that comes out nowadays in this new society, in this modern society, that when you say it and people are like, oh, well, that's not a good thing. Like a good man is like, oh, well, he got issues. Oh, a nice guy. That's the other one. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the nice guy. You're right.
Nice guy. Nice guy. Nice should be a positive thing. But you say nice guy, what happens? You're already labeled as someone that has weak tendencies for
Right.
being a nice guy. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it used to be that women wanted a nice, good guy.
Yep.
That was what it was. You wanted a good man that was nice to you. And what has happened is, unfortunately, now being good and nice is synonymous with not giving me the tingly feels I want, not giving me the drama I want, and being a pushover that I do like only when his wallet is open.
Right. Or I got one. Let me jump in that double Dutch road, bro. Or, right, she is needing attention. So the nice guys or the good guys that are in her DMs, when it don't work out with the dude that broke her heart, or there's another term we use for that, right? The what? Oh, I just lost the term. Basically, her friend zone dude.
Well, that's exactly what the friend zone is. The friend zone is the free validation that I believe I am so special because all of the guys that's in my DMs or comment section. And unfortunately, attention is the drug of the day.
Yes.
Forget fentanyl and coke and crack. Really, Kanye made a joke one time when he said IG has your chick because they're going to do it for the gram before they do it for anything else.
Oh, I thought you was about to rhyme that, losers. They're going to do it for the gram before they do it for their man.
Right.
They do it for the grams before they do it for their mans.
They sure do.
So let's finish this out. Because what you're saying, I have more videos, man. We got a lot more videos to get through. And some of the stuff you talking about, hold that thought, because you're gonna remember it in a little bit. Hold up.
And I mean, like, he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like, he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you.
Right.
Maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but he's not funny.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4.
Hold up, Lucis. That's the part. You see that?
Right.
That little henna. I'm gonna back it up, because if y'all didn't catch that, y'all got to see her gestures on there. It's exactly what the heck Lucis said. It's that tingly feeling. That's that whole, I don't like. Maybe you're corny, right? Maybe you're Michael B. Jordan. You know where your documents are. You know where your birth certificate is.
He looks like a man that knows where his birth certificate is.
What the heck is? What is going on, man? These women don't know what they want, man. And you think, look, we got so many more videos. Hold up. Let's ride this one all the way out. I'm gonna ride it all the way out. Hold up.
Going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but he's not funny. And that's
why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
There we go. Let's get us up on this screen. So, what did you think about that, brother? I'm gonna set up the next one.
It's really sad that we have gotten to the point where women, they've been doing it for a long time, but it is really being heightened right now, how they'll just diss a man that doesn't make them tingle. And unfortunately, when you're married to somebody, I'm going to say this because a lot of people probably haven't thought about marriage overall. Marriage is a boring, monotonous existence. It doesn't mean you don't have fun times. It doesn't mean you don't have highs and lows, but it's regular. It's structured. You seeing the same person all the time. Thusly, the person is not going to entertain you the same way every single day. I think a lot of times what's happening right now is we have women that want to be pedestalized, entertained, romanticized every day, as long as it's the right guy giving them drama. Right. If you're the nice guy, being my friend zone, giving me free attention, right, and your resources when the dude that I want is acting up and I need dinner.
Yep.
And pay for my kids too.
We're gonna talk about that later on in the show too. But because I got in the memes of the day, there's a something that happened recently that I have a clip, a meme of, or a clip of, and it's going into exactly what you're talking about even even these dudes that are taking care of their kids. Is like, that used to be an honorable thing. You know what I mean? I had a stepdad, and I'm grateful for my stepdad. You know what I mean? Me and my mom just talked about him a few days ago, you know, and he didn't have to be there, but he was, you know what I mean? So, and I learned a lot from him. You know, he wasn't there all the time, but you know, he was there. So, but the other part, like that lady, the main lady, the one to the right, she said that, well, that's how women end up 40 with these cats, right? Because how many of these women today pass up on the quote unquote good guy, nice guy, whatever you want to call it, right? And then they've had somebody that would have given them everything. Because when a man really feels a woman and he signs up for marriage, he's like, yo, I'm settling down with you and I'm willing to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm willing to work till I die to make sure that we good.
Did you just use a cuss word? Did you just say settle for?
I may have, man. I may have. Let me get with King up on it. Shout out to King, man. Thank you for being here. As a whole, these women are entitled and out of pocket. I support touch starvation. They got to learn. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You know, you bring up a good point, King, and I'm gonna bring this up and toss this over to Lucis real quick. This thought that I have, because I almost made a live stream about it, and I was like, I don't want to put that out, right? But it's almost like, as a man today, you gotta have a little bad boy in you. And Kevin talked about this too. Kevin Samuels talked about this too, where you know, you almost have to give, I can say drama. You don't have to do drama, but you have to allow your woman to know that you're willing to walk away from her BS at any point. She has to think that you can leave, or she has to think that you, not to say you would exercise it, but she has to think you have other options. Because I've said this on this channel before. Women like men who other women like.
Right.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that men today need to get in touch with their inner player just to be able to talk to women today? Should they even have to?
Man, I'm gonna come off the top rope with this. I just believe men got to go back to being men, being strong, stoic, roguish, rugged men. You know, being able to change your own damn tire when you have a flat. Like, we've gotten away from that. Like, you know, I was mentoring some young cats the other day, and I was like, hey, let me show y'all how to change the tire. And dudes was like, changing? I'm not about to get my clothes dirty changing a tire.
No way.
And I was like,
no way.
And then this the funny thing. I got AAA. I you know, my insurance comes with roadside assistance.
Mine does too.
It's funny because I'm grown. I got roadside assistance, but guess what? I can change my own tire if I need to, and my oil. Like, you know, it's goofy stuff like that they say, hey, we need to get away from, because, you know, that's that masculine, toxic masculine trait that you can do things with your hands.
Right.
And I think what happens is we forget that women pay attention to you. Women like safety. That's why women love boxers and fighters. Yes. You know, that's why they love those kind of guys, is because they feel safe. And we've gotten away from that. And women actually have shown us recently, like within the last couple of years, they are willing to embarrass you in public because why? You're not checking them.
Yeah.
You know, a dude that can do things keeps things very simple. Hey, you're not going to raise your voice and talk crazy to me in public. You got something to say to me, we do that at the house.
Right.
We in public, we a united front. We on the same team. You got a problem with what I got to say, hold your tongue. Yeah. Tell me and cuss me out in the car. But what you don't do is do this in front of everybody.
Yeah, you ain't look, what's that Damon Wayans movie, Great White Hope? Like, yeah. You trying to embarrass me on TV? What you think you're doing?
Exactly.
But let me read this super chat real quick. Shout out to Kings and Dreams. If you guys don't know, go over to his channel, subscribe, and follow this guy right here, Kings and Dreams, one of my brothers. He says, salute. Shout out to my guy TSG in the chat. About to go live now. I'll holler. Okay, so he got his thing going on there too. Yeah, go check out Kings and Dreams. He does a live stream podcast all the time. Has a lot of great guests on there. Talks about a lot of travel bro stuff and just the differences and stuff between here and other places. So particularly Latin America. So if you're interested in that, go subscribe to this brother and support him. Thank you for the $5 super chat, K&D, and I appreciate you. Good luck on your show tonight. Yeah, man, real quick, because I don't want to stay on this too long because I got another clip to follow, but to talk to your point, I was in Hawaii and my daughters were out there visiting, and they were about 15 at the time, and we were going to the beach, and there was these two white girls, and they were like pulled on the side of the road where the beach was at, and their car had a flat. And so they were freaking out. And I was like, hey, y'all need any help or anything? They said, yeah, we don't know how to change the tire. And, they were all freaking out. And I said, no, not a problem. So I went in their trunk, got the jack and all that stuff like that. So at that time, I told my twin daughters and those two women, I said, okay, I need you guys to pay attention on how to change a tire. And I went through as I was changing the tire and talking them through it, even to the point like, hey, if the lugs are on too tight, put it at this angle, kick the lug wrench a little bit to try to, loosen it up, make sure that before you don't lift the cart, before you loosen it, all these different things, right? And it was a great opportunity for me to teach my daughters, but also teach them. And, and then I had other people standing around too, listening. Because like they had never changed a tire or something, you know what I mean? And no, it was just funny, you know what I mean? And it 15, so I don't know how many years ago that was, about 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, man, this happened 8 years ago, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, a lot of people just don't know because they're like, hey, I'll just call AAA. I've never called AAA to change my own tire. I've never done it. You know what I mean? I've never had to do that. I've always changed my own tire, man. I'm like, by the time they get here, I'd already had the tire changed and driving on the road.
Exactly.
Oh, man. XO Pro says, shout out to Kings and Dreams at Rondo Smallfoot. Did I miss somebody? Man, I thought I missed somebody. Okay. All right. And then Enna says, she better not raise her voice to me for no type of reason, not even in the car. I agree with that. But he's saying that if you're going to do it, you don't do it in front of people. You're not going to, teaching moment. Yeah, of course. And listen, this is game for the young bucks out there. Every woman is going to test you at some point.
Ooh.
I'm gonna let you ride on this one. Every woman tests you at some point. And sometimes the tests are subtle. That's the hard part. The ones that are subtle, right? Like her yelling at you in public, that's your chance right there. Like that's a, hey, you're not. Yeah, that's the easy ones, right? That's the alley-oop right there. It's right. The subtle ones, man. It's the subtle ones. Like, damn, did she just try to clown me? Like, you know what I mean? Or little things like you text her, and we're gonna talk about this here later. Oh, I have a video clip, but I didn't include it. So I have a video where the guy was oh my God, think about it, Sean. Give me a second. It was a moment in this video clip that I have. I'll probably put it in a future video, but his woman had tried to check him and he missed the moment. And when you miss that moment, it's not that she gonna leave you, whatever, but if she can keep putting those moments in, if you give some women an inch, they'll take a mile.
Yep.
And so you have to, it's about texting. That's it. So the woman didn't text him back in a timely manner. So what did the dude do? Instead of like, okay, don't respond back until she hits you back up, right? If you text a woman and she don't text you back in a timely manner, first of all, don't trip. People get busy. Now, these women have their phones in their hand. Most people have their phones nearby. Some people, I have my phone nearby right now, but guess what? I have this live stream going on. So even though it's near me, it doesn't mean that I can't answer it right now. Matter of fact, let me make sure I turn this damn ringer off. Oh, I did. Okay. See, I was all up on it. Okay. But what happened was he cursed the chick out. Left a message and cursed out because she didn't get back to him. See, these guys in their damn emotions right now.
Right. He lost frame.
Lost frame. Go ahead, man. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the testing, and we really have to understand that we shouldn't begrudge a woman for testing, but it's how they test. There's a respectful way to keep your man engaged, and then there's a disrespectful way that starts that clock that every man has in their head where they go, how much am I willing to stay with this person?
Yeah.
And because let's be totally transparent. We
Go ahead, bro. That, keep it a buck 3,000, baby.
Men, we can and have the ability to just stay around for casual sex. Okay. It's a very real thing we have the ability to do, even when we're tired of the person. And sometimes let's be really real. Men do have the ability to exist in resentment. There's a lot of men married that resent the person they married to, and they only there because of the kids.
Yeah,
that's the only reason they're there. And it literally, let's understand, like, where do you get some of these guys that the divorce rate for men, like the highest rate of divorce, like, even though we know men rarely divorce women, it's like 10-15% overall. But what is the age group for those men? They're normally in their 50s. They started their families at 30. They 50. Guess what happens in the 50s? The last kid is out the house. They empty nesters.
Yeah. And
that nagging and that disrespect at that point, that's when that guy goes, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All the kids are out the house.
And great divorce is on the rise too. Great divorce is divorce, late 40s, early 50 and above, right?
Right.
That's on the rise now because people are like, well, the kids are gone. We ain't got to be together no more.
It used to be, and the thing is that it's on the rise, but it's on the men's side on the rise, right? Because that's where you get to the 15%. Those guys are like, I'm out. Women tend to try to get out in a divorce when the kids are still around for them to be able to collect child support. So men get divorced later in life because what happens, especially now, think about it. We are now having the movement of the passport brothers, or just men in general waking up going, I don't have to deal with this.
Right.
I'm not going to. I've been dealing with it for 20 years.
I can't take this no more. Get your hand out my pocket.
It's one of those things. But testing a man's frame, every woman does that, and it's your job. Like Will Smith missed his mark 100 million times in his marriage. He missed that done it.
He Sprite commercial that thing.
And that's why when he lost frame, look how he lost frame. It's the most embarrassing thing for a guy that's tall, dark, and handsome, and rich. Frame the way he's lost frame. So, but that's because he never caught. And I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. Even when she had him on the Red Table Talk show, she was alley-ooping him opportunities to check her.
Yeah.
And she literally was sitting there like, smash me in front of everybody. Just do it.
Right. Yeah. He had an opportunity. Right. If anything, the ratings would have went up if Will Smith would have lost his cool. Well, he lost his cool on Chris Rock's face, but he didn't lose it on that red table. That's crazy. Crazy. But listen, I think, and we're gonna get on to this next video, but I'm starting to see a pattern. I did that video where I talked about the box theory, right? Where the woman opens herself up once she's starting to lose interest, or she's opening herself up the box, because a woman that really is still into her dude always turns into that dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now if you look, there's a number of couples that we see that are in the public spotlight where they missed the moment with their women too. Aisha Curry, all the ones that I showed on that video. Go watch that video if y'all haven't seen it. The box theory, whatever. There's just a number. Sierra, right? And Russell Wilson. So we're almost seeing the emasculation of men in real time, because if these men in today's society, in this spotlight, even though you check your woman and you just take the consequences because that's your woman. At the end of the day, all the rest of that noise don't matter. If that's your woman, you don't let her punk you like that. Right. Show you have a spine, man. But I think people are worried about the backlash and getting canceled. You know what I mean? Do you think that's a issue? Why these dudes today, the ones that are in the spotlight, aren't checking their women out in public when they, get hit up with something in public because they're worried about the backlash that'll come if they say something?
Oh, I most definitely agree with that. I think that's the reason why I said what I said earlier about men being men again. Mm-hmm. Celebrities have lost frame. You have D Wade being married to Gabrielle Union, who has admitted that she has a body count that's disrespectful.
Man, I don't know if y'all seen my recent YouTube short where what if the body count was on the forehead?
Right.
That chick had 24,000 or something like that. Jesus.
So you talk about that, and he openly and he did the double thing. He married a woman 10 years older than him that couldn't give him kids and all of this other stuff. And I mean, of course, they had the surrogate kid, but you know what I mean? Like she was not in her youth to give it through her own self. Right. You got Aisha Curry done told the world, I need men in my DMs trying to holler at me. I do not like the fact that my husband, who is a MVP, champion,
four-time NBA champion. God dang, man.
I don't like that he got groupies and I don't have nobody checking for me.
And he's not even stunned about them groupies.
Right.
God dang, man.
So
what you got to do? You can't even be. Look, I'm sure right now, Jesus would have a hard time right now with his woman.
Yeah. And so then you got Sierra, who want to show the world she still got the cookies. And even though we still know she's still trying to holler at Future, you married with kids. You got more kids with Russell than you did with Future. And you don't even care that your kids are going to be embroiled in this aspect of knowing their mother is still fawning over her baby daddy.
Dotting it up, too.
Dotting it up.
And giving all these women bad advice out there.
Oh, man. The Sierra Prayer, I'll never forget that episode of that show with Kevin Samuels when he broke down the Sierra Prayer, because he really validated what we talk about. Women wanting a man to be there to catch them catch them when they make bad decisions. Mm-hmm. and the repercussions. They want the man to handle the repercussions. They're not looking at it from an accountability like you should not do this. No, I want to do it, but don't judge me because I did it, and show the world that you still support me. Wow, that's a lot to ask of a guy.
Yep. Let me get to these comments real quick. King says a group of Sims must have been engineers of these new cars that don't have spare tires. Oh my God. Thank you for being here, Rondo Smallfoot. And then he gives a shout out to XL Pro. All right, Lucy, let's get to this next video. So this one, normally I put these in a particular order. Right now, I'm just kind of pulling them at random because I wanted us to kind of go through and answer these. But I found common themes, so I'm linking them together as I go through. So we're gonna get up on the screen here. Now, we just talked about good guys, right? Let's listen to what this therapist says about it.
I often get asked, where are all the good guys? There are no more good guys out there. Good guys don't exist.
First of all, if she talked to me like that, Jesus, you got that little accent? God damn.
It's becoming a bit of a theme lately. Now, as a psychotherapist, I can confirm that there are many great guys out there. I've had them sat in my office and I've worked with them. The problem is the great guys, the good, kind, caring, authentic guys, tend to get caught up in toxic relationships, often with narcissists.
Ooh.
So these guys are difficult to track down because they've often been pinned down and they've been so abused that they're not able to get out of that relationship and understand and get into a healthy relationship. These guys do exist, but sometimes, ladies, you've just got to be patient.
Now, I disagree with the whole ladies, you got to be patient, because I don't think that that's really like, you have a good guy and she's telling women to be patient for the good guy. But what we've already talked about on this channel, you and I together through comments, everything, that they're there. We just talked about, I just said it earlier about good guys are usually somewhere in that woman's DMs, but she's not attracted to him, right? Or she doesn't see him. Right. And it's not to say that she's not wrong, because obviously she sees these guys and they're getting abused, but it's the same thing. We talked about these, the Steph Currys, the Russell Wilsons being in these relationships, but not saying anything.
Right.
Not embracing that check opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right. This is how I took what she said. What's interesting is, there are some men that I get it are in therapy and need to sort out some things. But let's understand something very basic. Men are hunters. We hunt. We know how to hunt. We know how to go after what we want. What has happened since C-19 hit this world is that we have seen exhibited to us coast to coast, especially in America, coast to coast, bad behavior from women. They open their mouth, they talking trash about men. All men are trash. The patriarchy is bad, toxic masculinity. We're hearing this. And what's happening is men are smart enough in droves now to say, I don't want no parts of that. I just don't want it. And what are we seeing now? You're starting to see men move more rural, buy themselves, get some land, and just build. Hey, I don't need it. And then if it's a man that wants kids, what are they doing? You're starting to see men now starting to do the mail order child thing, meaning they're getting women from other countries to have children with. It's becoming very popular in Asia, where you have men going there to find a mother. Like, you're putting a woman on contract. Hey, we're not going to be in no relationship. I will have sex with you to procreate. We're going to have a kid. We on contract. My child needs a good mother. You're a traditional woman. I need you to be a mother. And you know why Asia is loving that? Because they have an overpopulation of women over there. In Thailand alone, there is 20 million more women than there are men. And these women want children because they're traditional women. Traditional women want children. They want a family. So it's not hard for a TSG to say, hey, I need a mother. If you're going to have plenty of women willing to say, I want to do that. That's what's, and that's really.
Y'all ain't never got to worry about hearing me pop up with a kid. I took care of that.
I'm just teasing.
I took care of that years ago, man. I was like, I'm done.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want no more little crumb snatchers. Sorry to my kids if y'all watching this. I love y'all babies. I love my babies. Okay, but
that's all I'm just saying is, like, the point is, like, that's the epidemic that's happening right now. Is men have started to recluse themselves, and so what you stuck with. And women really got to look at themselves. Hey, y'all have done this to yourselves.
Right.
Men didn't do this. Men didn't say, hey, go out there and be men.
Right.
We didn't say we wanted women to be men. We didn't say that.
Do you know the channel Better Bachelor?
Yes.
So the Better Bachelor dude just bought a plot of land, and he also has like a house built on it, but it's like a shed. He has a house, right? You guys, he has a house. But it's like if you had just built this house out of shed material, like a big ass man cave out in the woods somewhere.
Yep.
And he's good. And I think he's in his 50s now.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
So it's just what you said. He chose to be out there on that plot of land by himself because he don't want to deal with it. And he still, he says he still have people he talk to, but he ain't got nobody that's bothering him. He ain't got nobody disturbing his peace. And he's willing to let him go because he'd rather just be on his own. So a lot of dudes are doing it. All right. I got a new question for you. And this is me about to, basically it's rhetorical, but I'm going to throw the question to you and we'll answer it on the other side of the video because this is a short video clip. But do you believe, right? Here's the rhetorical question I want you to think about and then watch the video. But do you believe it's older men who are damaging? And I say older, I don't mean like, oh, an 18-year-old gets with a 25-year-old, right? Because that happens, right? I'm talking about, do you think it's guys like us that are damaging young girls? All right, keep that in the back of your head. We about to hear this next video. I'd like to hear. Here you go.
As you're dating younger women and you're kind of like damaging them at a young age. So now when we get to our 30s, we're completely damaged by older men. And now we don't want y'all and y'all don't want us. The man is 40, 45, let's say. Now he has his money, his house. Now he got time to go live his best life. Now he wants to date a younger woman. Let's say a 21-year-old. Now he dates her for 4 years. While he's dating her, he's cheating with other 19, 20, 25-year-olds. You're damaging this young girl, right? You're causing trauma and damage that's going to cost her pretty much years to heal. Fast forward years later, she's 30. She's damaged. All because a 40-year-old wants to be living his best life after he built himself.
Ooh, man, there's so much garbage, as the French like to say. There was so much garbage that came out this woman's mouth. And you know what? Hold on real quick. All right, I just want to make sure I caught all my comments. All right, cool. All this garbage that came out this woman's mouth. Like, there were so many points that you could refute in that one video. But I'm going to let you ride out on it first, man. I'm going to let you ride on that first.
I'm going to say, because, I like to give the history lessons from time to time.
Yeah, you're our resident historian. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, when it comes to relationship, it's funny to me because prior to the 60s, marriages were age gap. The man was usually in his mid to late 30s.
Yep.
And the woman was in her early 20s. That was normal.
Yes,
it was normal for your dad to be 10 to 15 years older than your mother. Mm-hmm. And the reason being, it's all about quality or value. A man normally gains his foothold into becoming valuable is normally in the mid 30s. That means if he went to university, he done had at least 10 years to build himself in his career.
Those are as Kevin Samuels would say, that's a man's earning years right there.
Right.
30s.
Yeah. So you done started from the bottom. Now you probably mid-management. And then even if you're not a manager, you're making mid-manager money. You know what I'm saying? Because you done put that time in. If you went trade school, by the time you 35, you are hella valuable because by the time you 35, if you went to trade, let's say you are a plumber. By the time you 35, you done work for a plumber for 10 years. Now you step out and start your own plumbing company.
Right.
So
exactly.
you're normally getting your foothold in at 35. Guess what? When men have money, we have no problem if we are family oriented saying, ooh, I'm good now. I'm making X amount of money. I can get a house, at least 2 cars, And now is a good time for me to find a prime body to be wife with. And that's when you find a prime woman. What is a woman's prime years? 19 to 25. Thusly, a man 35 is dating a woman in that age. And she normally has what? She doesn't have a high body count. She hasn't had trauma from horrible relationships or her chasing the bad boy, her chasing Chris Brown and the Drakes of the world, right, giving herself up to the drug dealers and the fast money guys. Right. You know, you got her then. As a 35, you get your 25, or you get your 35 and the 23, and you move forward with that. What's funny is what she's talking about, which I find is funny, is everybody right now in this female what the female sphere is trying to do is they're trying to demonize
the gynocracy.
Yeah, the gynocracy. The gynocracy right now is trying to demonize Leonardo DiCaprio because he's
goddamn hero. He's a goddamn hero.
Because he's doing the right thing. Leonardo is dating for fun. He's not lying to anybody. There's a long line of women who are 18 to 25 that want to be with him.
And listen, everybody know the history,
right?
At this point, it is public knowledge that if you are a young woman and you date Leonardo DiCaprio at 25, which I heard something that right at about 25 for a woman, that is at the point where she, I heard this, she is moving. That's like another phase because she should be getting ready to get married at that point.
Right.
And if he isn't looking for that, that's a good time to let her go because her mindset is going to change at about that age.
Exactly. He's not hurting nobody. And you know this. You know, as a woman, you get a chance to get with Leonardo. Because he's going to get what you at when you 20, 21. Right. You got 3 good, hard years to impress him. Right. Otherwise, on to the next. Here you go. And the thing is that one of the things I find so disingenuous about when women say these things is women act as if they're not the predators in this situation. They're the ones when they are 18 to 25, they are the ones taking full advantage of rich guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've played these videos on the channel. What you gonna do? And you're gonna flood me out. And basically, did he not give them something for their time? Listen, I hate to make it transactional like that. He gets her youth, and women think is okay, the sex, but he gets her youth and her vitality, which keeps us young.
Right.
But they're getting flued out. They're in these premieres and basically the people he wound up laying with, they end up as stars.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. Like, they're taking full advantage of their prime, right? Because men are long-term thinkers, women are short-term thinkers. Women don't understand exercising some chastity, being modest, not being at the clubs all the time is beneficial to them for the dudes they really want to attract.
In the long term,
yeah, for the long term. But see, you this is why we used to raise, or women prior to the 60s used to raise women to understand, hey, all that fun and game stuff, get that out your system 18 to 21. Get it out.
Get it out, yo.
Get it out. By the time you 21, you need to be on the prowl, be in the spaces that the men you want are able to see you, because they're gonna test you out. Because men
and then we're talking about like a lot of women, or you hear women talk like, well, I got my PhD, I got all this stuff. That age frame you just said would put a woman in her junior year of college.
Right.
That's the guy she should be, the guy she should be looking for right then and there. Get him on the beginning of his career and then build with him. The family, the generational wealth, all that stuff.
That's called the Mrs. degree. Remember that term?
Yeah.
Mrs. degree.
Oh my God.
We've gotten away from that.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
Some nationalities have gotten away from the Mrs. degree. That's exactly what women, if you want to marry a guy around your age, you got to do the Mrs. degree thing. You got to go to college, and around your junior year, you got to start looking at who's in the STEM fields that you can deal with and say, okay, I can be up under this guy for the rest of my life.
Right.
The thing is that we have gotten to the point with modern women where modern women are literally men. They act like men, they talk like men, they walk like men, they dress like men. Like, you know, I was in the oil and gas field for 20 years, you know, and seeing women wear business suits that's cut like men's suit. Like, it's like, no, wear a suit that's feminine. And I would hear my coworkers talk about that because they're like, they really would talk cash shit about, did you see Troy's wife? Oh, she's so homely. What does he find attractive in her? And Troy's wife has never worked for nobody. She's been a stay-at-home wife from her college years into Troy going into his career.
Right.
And they would talk mess about, oh, she's homely. Oh, she's not ambitious. Unfortunately, what men find attractive and want to protect and be married to is not the same as what women want.
Absolutely.
And that's why they get confused when they tell us, why you don't want ambitious women? Why you don't care that my career makes X amount of money? Because your money is always going to be your money.
Right. It doesn't benefit us.
It doesn't benefit us. We can't even get a gift.
No.
You a father. I'm going to make this joke. Whether it's sometimes with, my inner circle or whatever, I know men who have never received gifts, married to women who make money and don't get gifts.
Right. But look, men don't get gifts, but they get gifts now, right? They don't get GIFTSs.
Right.
They get GIFs now.
Right.
That's what we're here today. Shout out to Philip D. Redden. Shout out to my shipmate right here to say, what it do, shipmate? Man, you know how it is. We talking the real deal today. All right, listen, let me get back to that video because I want to, a couple points I want to bring up. I'm not going to bring us back on screen. I want to hit these points real quick and we're going to move on to the next video.
As you're dating younger women and you're kind of like damaging them at a young age. So now when we get to our 30s, we're completely damaged by older men.
Stop. All right, this is the first point, okay? You think it's older men damaging these young women? Have y'all not seen my latest video about how our kids are being affected by these women who choose to be single mothers?
Mm-hmm.
See, I have a video coming up that's going to be either tomorrow, I don't remember which order, but it's either Thursday or Friday's video where I'm going to show you guys that the real culprit in all of this that's not getting talked about, women are being raised by single mothers. And we know statistically the damage that occurs to a lot of young people when there's no father or no man in the home.
Right.
So we're talking about these women being damaged at a young age. These women are coming out into adulthood already damaged. And shout out to the sister Shahrazad Ali, right? That she said that women are still stuck in that teenage mindset.
Yep.
Even through adulthood. So any damage that a woman comes out of adolescence into young womanhood, you better check your family.
Mm-hmm.
You better check that living situation. Because women for a long time have always talked to older men.
Right.
Right? In high school, if you was a freshman, she was getting hollered at by the sophomores or the juniors. And when she moved, right, and that's college and high school, right? She a junior or a senior in high school, she already talking to freshmen and sophomores in college.
Right.
she becomes a freshman or a sophomore in college, she's already talking to seniors or grown-ass dudes.
Right.
This always happens. So to sit here and try to blame it, then she says, well, it's the dudes wearing their 40s. You think the percentage of women out there, you think there's a large percentage of women out there talking to dudes in their 40s? Look, let me be the first one to say that I'd say I'm blessed. I still get women that talk to me. But the percentage now at this age, being in my mid-40s, of women in their 20s trying to talk to me, that's starting to dwindle. Let's be real. If you guys are, I'm be 40, I can get women. You possibly can if all the cards fall into place. But I'm going to tell you, it's not that it can't happen, but I'm telling you it's not happening as much as it did in your 30s or your early 30s. It's going to change. You know, now at this age, it's women in their early to mid 30s that are trying to talk to me. Right? So it's going to shift. It's not to say that you won't have those opportunities if, again, you have all your ducks in a row.
You in shape.
You in shape, right? You in shape. Your money's good. You're stable. You're fun. You got to be still fun, right? You can't be, you know. And I don't mean fun as in you're doing crazy. You're still doing keggers and beer stands and all that stuff. I'm talking about you're not boring. You're energetic. She's giving you the energy to be energetic like you was in your 30s. Then you have an opportunity. But to sit here and make it seem like the large swath of dudes in their 40s still picking off 20-year-olds, that is cap. Anyway, let's continue.
And now we don't want y'all and y'all don't want us. The man is 40, 45, let's say. He has his money, his house.
Yep,
now he got time to go live his best life.
What do I always say in this channel? Live your best life.
Right.
It's happening, baby. 40s are beautiful. Real quick. She's totally full of BS. Only in America do they say this. Oh, man, Philip, man. Philip, man, we got more clips, too.
Now he wants to date younger women.
Of course. Look, there was a chart that came out, and I think, I can't remember which channel had it on theirs, too. But if you look at this graph and you graph the women, so you had men of different ages versus the women that they like or would date. There's also a study that they asked men of all dating ages, which age woman do men find attractive? Not saying that they would get with them.
Right.
But what's the peak attractiveness of a woman? And the answer was somewhere between, I believe it was 22 to 23. 22 to 23.
On average. It was
Right, on average for all age groups of men.
Right, all age groups of men. They did that for all. They did 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yep. All of them said 22.
22 on average, 22.
Yeah, man. Dudes was like, man, it's all about that dudes, baby. All right. Let me finish this one up.
Let's say a 21-year-old. Now he dates her for 4 years. While he's dating her, he's cheating with other 19, 20, 25-year-olds. You're damaging this young girl, right?
Okay, we just talked about the Leonardo DiCaprio thing, right? This woman gets into this relationship full and well knowing that she is dating a man with potential options. But to sit there and make it like all men are cheating, but we do know for a fact that if when women have options, what about when they run and leave?
Exactly.
What about when hypergamy hits a woman? So she's talking to, say, a like you said, a middle management, blue collar level dude in his 40s. Yeah, he got his stuff together potentially, right? But you don't think she would get rid of him if a dude was, making $250,000?
Right.
Oh, he'd be gone. Gone. So it's women exercise their options when it happens. So why is it always a bad thing when these men exercise their options? Again, usually men in their 40s are giving something to that woman. And it's not just the money. It's that maturity that she's going to get, the lessons that she's going to learn from that man. If he has his stuff together, I guarantee you that he's dropping life lessons on that woman, on how to carry yourself as a woman.
Oh, yeah.
So you talking about damage, you got to go back to that girl's childhood, not that dude.
You're causing trauma and damage that's going to cost her pretty much years to heal.
Why you ain't talking about the damage her mama caused? Right. Anyway.
Fast forward years later, she's 30. She's damaged.
She damaged at 30 because she been riding the carousel. Exactly. She left the older dude, thought she can do better. That could be any age of dude. Thought she could do better. Oh, I got time. That's what these modern women do now. I got time. They ride the carousel of the D carousel. Mm-hmm. And now that my clock is starting to tick at 30, now it's a problem. I'm damaged because all these dudes, because I didn't been there. I keep picking the wrong type of dudes. When are women going to take accountability for the choices of men? You chose to get with that dude. He couldn't have got with you unless you allowed him to. Mm-hmm. So, hold on real quick. Where are we at? Xerxes 666. Thank you for being here, brother. No, it's not 29. It's 22. It's deuce, baby. Oh, wow. That's even lower, huh? Yeah, it is. Sean, that was a gem of a short you posted of the woman saying men see themselves. Oh, that woman. Yeah.
Yes, the British lady. The British lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Men see themselves in younger men while women see themselves as younger women. Bro, when I'd heard that, and then a week or so had passed by. I said, man, I gotta I had already processed it. I just said, man, I gotta find this clip. Yeah. And it came up on my timeline. I almost cried, y'all. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so great for the gents, man. So great. I'm glad I found that. XL says they manipulate men more. Yeah, that's what Lucis just talked about. What about the damage they do to men? See, you guys are all on this, y'all on it. Some of these women come out damaged at high school. We just talked about that, Philip. We just talked about that. When we gonna talk about that home life, man?
That home life.
We gonna talk about that. Let's hear the rest she got to say,
all because a 40-year-old wants to be living his best life after he built himself.
Right. So
I done built myself.
I built myself. Women are born with their value, not values, but value. Men have to earn theirs, right? Men have to work for theirs. So now the thing that we talked about, what's happening at home life, that's what a mother is supposed to do. She is supposed to be putting her daughter on game with the values so that when she is at the ages we talked about, I think we said that 21, starting to look for that bride, that bride wife, or that I forgot the term though. You know what I'm talking about? In the college age to find her husband.
Right, the Mrs. degree.
The Mrs. degree. God damn it, I almost forgot about it again. Yeah. So I'm gonna set up this next one because we need to move this along a little bit faster. I'd rather get through the clips and talk about all this stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to see which ones I already went through already. Okay, got that one. Because I'm trying to put them in a good order. Okay. All right. So, I'm about to set this one up, Lucis. Yeah, we're gonna. I should do this shorter one first. No, let's do this longer one first. All right. So there's a lot of talk out there by modern women that now say that now they're doing their thing. They're independent. They're tens. They don't need no man. All these things. And so there's this talking point that comes out for women that says, well, it ain't that we being this way. It's just that men can't handle strong women. Have you heard that argument?
A lot.
Yes, we hear it all the time. So I'm about to present a video. It's gonna be a clip first, but the clip is gonna be short because this woman about to jump in here. I'll be honest, we about to react in real time because I did not hear the whole thing. So I could only hear so much and I just cut it out. So, but it should be interesting. Let's see. Let me catch this. Some of these women are also probably claiming a 304 phase. Hell, Toni Braxton last year says she still misses her 304 phase. Right. Yeah. And I had a video on this channel once where this woman said she was on, she's a comedian. She was on this podcast and she says, well, look, I grew up in a good family, but I love hanging out with 304s.
Right.
Remember that one?
Yep.
I love hanging out with 304s. Like, that ain't me, but I just like hanging out with them because they do different stuff. And listen, this is a lesson. This is something I quote all the time. It's one of the things that I quote all the time because it's in my heart. The company you keep in life will dictate your success in life. If you hang around with crackheads long enough, eventually you're going to be tempted to do crack. You hang out with poor people long enough, you're going to develop a poor mindset. This is why successful people tend to seek out successful and more smarter people. They even tend to try to be in rooms where they aren't the smartest person. Why? Because the company you keep will dictate your success in life. So this woman who supposedly had a good upbringing, or women that have these, who maybe aren't a 304, but they want to hang around with 304s, don't you know that 304 ways are going to affect you at some point? Just saying. I'm dropping free game over here for any ladies listening.
I personally think it's fine. If you want to go ahead and be a strong Black woman, go ahead. But then
y'all can go ahead and finish hearing what he said.
All right, here it comes.
Y'all dudes, y'all blow my mind sometimes. It's crazy because y'all say y'all want an independent woman.
Who says that?
But then when you get one.
Listen, let me stop this real quick.
Right.
I will say, and I've said this before on this channel, my people told me, hey, no more broke biatches, right? No more of them. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because they felt not to have, it's not about the money they make. It's just the mindset is a little bit different, because women that don't have anything, and especially in today's society, and I think this is why they were telling me that, is always going to be looking at you as a come up or a lick, right? And with the divorce rate being it is, it's only a matter of time before they get bored and they leave. So if I'm talking to somebody who's also a professional like myself, and I'm talking about equal level professional, right? At least she has her own. She has something to lose. This is what my people were trying to tell me. It's just that she has something to lose too. Instead of, in the 2 divorces I went through, I'm the only one that lost. You know what I mean? I'm the one that ended up homeless twice. You know what I mean? So that's why my people told me that. As far as, we don't necessarily want an airhead, we just want someone that is agreeable and willing to follow our program and to give us not conditional femininity, but genuine femininity. But anyway.
Hold on. Can I add something real quick to that?
Please add to it.
Look, you appreciate this because you also from Louisiana. I'm going to tell you where this mindset came from. This dude here, he go hard, but he went hard in the wrong way.
Okay.
The rapper Webby. INDEP.
Yeah.
Do you know what you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came out with that song. Women went crazy.
Yeah.
And that became the hood anthem. I will admit, hood dudes want independent women because they juice them. Yep. They the ones, think about it. These women be having, Pookie and Ray Ray love independent women. Yeah. That's who the couches they stay on. That's who pay their phone bill. That's their cars when they be drive. They drop their
They driving their woman whip.
And then they use the whip to go pick up other chicks. You see what I'm saying?
Right. They be in a chick car and the damn seat. That seat be all the way back.
Yeah. So I want to add to that, like, men of value, which I claim any man that is a working man that's not into 304 and behaviors, we have never ever wanted an independent woman because it is counteractive or counterproductive to having a fruitful relationship. Independent people can't be in relationships. You need interdependent people for relationships.
Exactly. I agree. And because it's a team, you know, I mean, when I say a team, let me rephrase that. It's you can only have one quarterback on a team, but the quarterback cannot win the game on his own.
Right.
So if you get together, or you have a business, you have a CEO, but you still have the executive officer, right? You have the CEO and what's the other one? The one underneath them. But the point is, see, here's my friend Kiva. Hey, Philip, there's another one of the shipmates right here. So we understand you got one captain of the ship, but the captain got his right-hand man, which is the XO, and then also whoever the chief of the boat is, right? So that person, there has to be one central head to go to that everything flows up to,
right,
to make the hard decisions. Because if everybody had to make the decisions, then nothing is going to get done.
It's chaos.
Chaos is utter chaos. Philip says, Black China, excuse me, Andrew White is a great example of a woman who had a terrible home life. You can tell her mother is either jealous or competes with her. That is a whole nother story. I think I talked about that on another one there, about these women. Actually, I got a video I'll probably make about that soon too. And then my friend Keith said that part, 100%. But anyway, let's let her finish this out real quick because we're delaying. This is a longer video, so.
What is a problem? Especially if she's a Black woman. Y'all can't handle strong Black women because you can't control her. You can't manipulate her. You can't take over things. And you're also mad because you know she really don't need you.
What you think about that one?
That is by far the most laughable thing. I am personally tired of Black women saying dumb stuff. You're the least married. That says something. You're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to income. Let's understand this. Like, it's not anything, it's a triggering thing. Because we talk about, oh man, it's just hard. Strong Black women end up being by themselves, okay? That's just what it is. They end up being by themselves. And what the truth is, what are most Black women becoming as they get older when they're not in a relationship? They mostly become side chicks. Mm-hmm. Let's understand this is one of my own crooks. I hate the fact that our women, our community has started to spawn nothing more than side chicks. This is why I very much disagreed with the I forget the name of the writer. She's a very popular writer. She did Scandal.
Shonda Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes is good at making characters for Black women to play the main part, and they're nothing but side chicks.
Oh, yeah. What's that one? Scandal, that movie, that show Scandal.
Yeah, she was the side chick to the president. And then she did the other show with a chick was this successful businesswoman who was a side chick. And I'm like, and these are the shows Black women are loving. And I'm like, these not, I'd be like, man, where is the Claire Huxtables these days? Like, It's one of those things where I'm going, and they keep spouting this stuff like Black men can't handle this because you can't control her. That's the problem. I'm the logical one. I'm supposed to be the leader of the home. Right. I'm not here to compete with the person I'm in the home with.
Right.
That's
right. And here's the thing. They end up in the end like a guy who they feel that is agreeable to them. If they can run that man, what eventually happens? They lose respect for that man and leave him anyway.
Yep.
Or they showing their breast on the red carpet.
Bad behavior ensues. Basically, when these women pick a man because they, that's agreeable to the lifestyle that they're living, that man is the man that we're seeing on these viral videos getting disrespected in public. Yep. These are the same men we're seeing getting just shell shocked, basically don't understand it. They're like, oh, babe, I'm here for you. And the woman is really screaming and disrespecting them to the point where it's like, hey, either you're going to man up or not. And I'm, you know, and the thing is it's starting to be so, it's almost like you're tired of laughing about it, that you're really crying about it at this point. It's like,
I'm actually, hold that thought. Because I normally do the memes of the day later, but I'm gonna bring this meme up because it's about what we just saying, right? So I'm gonna bring it up now because it fits with the narrative. Okay. On the latest episode of Simping Gone Wrong, former America's Top Model Eva married a successful businessman from Atlanta. He decided to legally adopt her daughter. Now, 4 years later, Eva is filing for divorce, and she wants him to pay her child support for her daughter.
Yeah, he's on the hook. He's on the hook because he legally adopted the daughter. So he's on the hook.
Yes, he is. So I wanted to bring this up because it's like, this is the dude that was probably being agreeable with her, loving her and all this stuff. And she probably was like, I'm done. He adopted her kid. And now she wants him to pay child support for her kid that she had with another dude.
Yep.
Man. Anyway. I thought it was pertinent right there. I thought that was pertinent right there. Let me get me back on the screen so I can go ahead and
check out Capriana King. That statement is true right here.
I'm gonna bring it up. Right. Yeah. King says, my ex-wife didn't have to work for over 20 years. She wanted to be independent. Hot girl summer is over, and now she's talking about how she'll be working until she's 80.
Yep. That's what's happening. Yeah, I wanted you to do that because that's true. Because these, like I told you, women are divorcing their men, and then what's happening? They coming out in this market, and for some strange reason, I'm not understanding why women think the market is going to be nice to them when they're in their mid to late 30s, 40s, and even 50s.
Right.
I look at it like this: if Lisa Ray, Nia Long, Nicole Murphy, Tracy Ellis Ross, if they are not married, unmarriageable, and most women are not aging gracefully like these women.
Right. Most women are not. Most women are not aging like those women are.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. Philip says, I have been hearing that you can't handle a strong black woman ever since I was 16, and I'm about to turn 55 this month. First of all, wait, I think we talked about this, Philip, because my birthday this month too, man, at the end of the month. So congrats. This excuse will never end. I agree. Congrats on 55, my brother. And we're going to get back to this video, man, because this one is crazy, man. This one is crazy.
See, y'all want a woman that needs y'all, not want y'all.
Wow. First of all, is there anything wrong with having somebody that needs you? And need could mean a number of different things. You know what I mean? Because we say want, but women use want subjectively for, okay, well, I don't want him anymore. I don't feel this way, right? That's what it ends up turning into, like the clips that we talked about earlier. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, if you've been with somebody for a long time, you don't think you need them after a while? They're part of you.
Yep. Two
have become one. You divide the body, you need the other part of yourself. If y'all really believe, what did I tell you last? What did I say on that one of my last episodes? I said, I have yet to hear on these videos, and I've reviewed thousands of clips, or at least looked at thousands of clips. You know what I don't hear no more from women? What I rarely hear? I rarely hear them talk about love anymore. And duty. I love and duty. I don't hear none of that stuff. Those words do not come out their mouth. These are all shame, insult, and guilt, and the need to be right. And real quick, and I'm gonna get back to this video. As far as I'm concerned, Shonda Rhimes' secret fantasy is being a side chick to White Zaddy. Oh, Philip. Oh man, I'm so glad to take a sip when I read that. Well, I mean, it's getting quite obvious
right there. That is a
man. Damn, man, he came off the top turnbuckle. Shout out to WrestleMania.
An independent woman, a strong black woman, she's going to want you, but she don't need you.
Okay.
And y'all toxic masculinity can't handle that.
Here's the shame again. And there's that word. I told y'all, if you've been rocking with me since the very beginning of this channel, I told y'all I don't believe in the term toxic masculinity. You cannot use a term if there is an antithesis to that term. We do not hear y'all ever come out of the lips of womandom or gynocracy, toxic femininity. You do not hear that term come out at all. You got women acting outside of what I would say moral behavior, and yet I rarely, if ever, if you go in these comments of women doing bad things, bad behavior, you see a bunch of women clapping them up. You go, girl, you go, sis. Yep. You do not hear, I've yet to see one woman say, man, y'all in y'all toxic femininity right now. Woman, you in your toxic femininity. I have yet to see one woman call that out. So any woman that uses this term, toxic masculinity in and of itself is not bad. Masculinity is actually necessary. And let me rock with this point real quick. Okay. I looked at a clip and it was from Fresh and Fit. And he was talking to one of the young women and he said, what happens when how does a woman act when she don't have a dude or she's been alone for a while? She's been independent for a while, right? Is she not acting? Do we not see women act masculine? And then, so actually, that wasn't that one. It might have been It's Complicated channel. He was talking to a woman on the street. That's it. And she was like, well, yeah. So he said, well, if that's the case, wouldn't it mean that being in your masculinity is necessary for survival? And she was like, I never thought of it that way. He said, well, then that would mean that if that's the case, then why are women out here talking about toxic masculinity? If a man is expected to build himself up, then wouldn't masculinity be necessary for his survival? And she was like, I can't even answer these questions no more. Now, I didn't put it as elegantly as he did, but you get the point, right? So it's like we're seeing women acting like men, and it's not attractive. We're talking about today's response to thoughts about what men want. Men do not want to be with masculine women. If that's the case, you might as well just hang out with your partner. Another thing that It's Complicated channel brought up was like, if a man has his house, car, has his bills paid, all this stuff, why does a man need a woman when he could just have, or a wife or whatever, when he could just have him a pro, get him a maid, and get him a dog?
Right.
What does he need? What does a man need a woman for if he has those three things? A pro, someone, a maid, and a dog.
Right.
Anyway, let's finish this thing out. I told you this video is long.
That's why y'all go for, I guess, white women or Hispanic women, because
oh my God, she hitting all the shame points.
Easily manipulated, but that's not even 100% true. It's because
you think it's easy dealing with a Hispanic woman? Jesus, you don't even know what you talk about, woman.
There's a lot of white women that are strong and doesn't go for BS. A lot of Hispanic women that are strong and don't go for BS. Y'all just want to find a woman that y'all can manipulate and use and control, because she's gonna fall for the trap every time.
She looked bitter, man.
Yeah.
That's why y'all don't date black women. Because
you think? Oh my God.
Because we're not gonna go for y'all BS. We're not. Like.
All right.
Oh my God. Hold on. Can I say something real quick?
No, say it. I'm done. I realized why I clicked out of the video.
She says that black women ain't gonna go for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's true, if that's true.
Come off the top rope. Come off the top rope. I know what you're going.
Tell me why the majority of black women have children for Pookie and Ray Ray.
Oh, I knew he was gonna go there.
If you are so good at calling out men on they bull, tell me why the majority of the children born in the black community are to Pookie and Ray Ray. Dudes who don't have jobs, dudes that's laid up in their mama's basement and whatnot. Dudes who don't know their daddy, or if they do know their daddy, they don't like their daddy because their daddy be like, hey, man, I'm not going to let you live like this. I don't want to hear. I'm going to run to my mama. She always pacifying me. So I don't want to hear what you got to say, old man. You know, it's this whole thing, but it's so funny to look at the disdain and the angst that she's telling us in her video, in her clip, how we don't know what's going on, that we're manipulating, as if what she's saying is really this. Y'all need to come and be with us and let us be how we want to be all the time.
Mm-hmm. With no consequences and no repercussions.
Yeah.
Look, here, I'm going to throw up another point on that. She made all those points, but you notice they don't talk and act that way when they get to that job that they're trying to keep. When they working at that job that I'm so better than you at, you think they talking like that to the boss there?
Of course not.
Right. So why would you give give that level of respect to a job, right? That only has their own interest in mind instead of your man who has the family's interest in mind?
I can answer that.
Please go. I'd like to hear you go.
What has happened is women have replaced the value of a man in home with getting a paycheck.
Ooh.
See, once I start getting a paycheck that tells me that I can now buy this bag, I can buy these shoes, I can live in this apartment, I can have this type of car, whatever it is.
Right.
Everything that women have deemed what they wanted is all consumer based. They are in the business of consumption. That's why women own 75, almost 80% of the debt in America. Yeah. You talk about the economy not being strong. The economy is not being strong because we have too much debt.
Yes.
You know what happens when you're married to a guy. You don't get a chance to just go on these spending sprees all the time. Right. Somebody is sitting there saying, hey, did we put any money in savings? Did we put any money in the 401k? Did we put any money in the stock? Did we invest? Are we putting a little nest egg on the side for the investment so we can buy income property or whatever? Whatever it is, you're not getting that because you've replaced the man with a check. And the check is unfulfilling. Because truth be told, when you break down what happens with most women, when you break down the number and the statistics that show women don't want to work, that's the funny thing. We got women who have gotten PhDs, 4-5 degrees, legal degrees, did all of this stuff. And when you ask them deep down, do you want to get married? When they say, yes, I want to be married, then you say, hey, are you going to continue to work when you have kids? Most women say, no, I don't want to.
Right. Or Kevin Samuels asked him, what percentage of the debt, of the household debt, are you willing to
do for a lifetime?
And most of them will say usually about 10% or less.
Right. It was, well, at the most it'd be 20%.
Yeah, most 20%. Yeah.
But when you factor in all of that, and the statistics is showing this, because if you're looking at all the stuff, you can go on these government sites, you can see the statistics of the work rate. Right. What is actually happening? Women don't work as hard as men. And that's not a problem. It's not a dig. I'm not dissing women on that.
Right.
I personally don't believe women should be in the workforce majority because most women don't want to be there.
Right.
Work for men is out of necessity. We understand we have to work.
If we don't work, we don't eat. I think even the good word says that if a man don't work, a man shall not eat.
Exactly.
Because nobody gives a damn about it. If nobody's gonna feel sorry for a man who ain't working.
Exactly.
But no broke ass man.
Nobody.
Right.
And,
which is why you have men as the large majority of homeless, right? So nobody gives a damn.
Nobody gives a damn. That's why there's over 2,000 women's shelters in America, and there's only one shelter for a man. I forget. I think it's in California, but it's not even a shelter. It's just a place for a man to clean up and hey, you need to go work. Right. It's not a shelter that's actually bringing you in and housing you and providing you clothes and other things that are coming from grants and stuff. So, but which is tying into the point that we don't really care when men go sour. We don't care. Even as men, I'm going to say this, because even as men, we look at each other and we check each other. Hey, what's going on? Sean, what you doing? Like, yeah, man. What you talking about? What you mean you going to quit your job? What you going to do?
Well, didn't I play that clip on the Kevin Samuels tribute thing last week where he was telling like, you need to get your ass out there and work?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't I play that last week?
You did.
I swore I played that last week. Let me get to some of these comments real quick. Philip says, you're supposed to handle animals, not women. Can somebody please tell black women this? Yeah, I'm tired of that one. They don't speak on love or being classy today. No. It's not, you don't even hear the word classy no more. It's all those other terms, right? Oh, I'm a boss, babe, this, that, and the third, right? Eva Marcel's soon-to-be ex-husband deserves the screwing he's about to get. How the hell do you let a woman get you to change her daughter's last name when her father is still fighting for access to her? Oh, I didn't even know that part of it.
Wow, that's dirty, then.
That is, dang. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. I didn't even know that, man. That is, but look, but men will make this level of sacrifice for a woman they think they love. He thought he was going to be there forever.
Right.
He obviously haven't been watching he ain't been watching these channels, has he? Carl, what up, brother? Our brother Carl, man. She can suppress that bad attitude for 8 hours a day. Yes. Yeah, they'll suppress that bad attitude for Zaddy and his job. But when he come home, it's like, why you tripping? Why you tripping? All right. Now listen, you brought up something, Lucis, and you brought up the segue to the next one. You talked about marriage, right? You talked about the marriage aspect. So we see that women still get toward the wall and they still desire to be married. Okay. So this next clip is a woman who wants to know, she has a question for men.
Does anybody want to get married? Because I need to get on this. Like I need
that clock is ticking.
Kids. I need to get married before my grandparents pass away. And I also need to have kids before my dog passes away because he's a really good kid dog. And I'm running out of time. You guys
you hear that? Ding, 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 ding. Did you hear that? Did you hear what she said? I'm going to back that up for you guys, just in case y'all missed what that she said, man. Hold up.
I need to have kids before my dog passes away because he's a really good kid dog. And I'm running out of time.
I'm running out of time. That clock is ticking.
Yep.
Right? It's like, but I'm gonna let her finish. But I'm gonna let her finish real quick because it's not a long video. But there's a big point I want to make about how she's presenting this.
You guys, it is hard out here. So applications are open. If you want to. It'll be hard. But I'm fun.
I'm fun. Nobody. Oh my God. I had a fun wife. That led to our divorce. You know what I mean? She was still trying to have fun, and we had kids to raise. I had a career I was in, not working on, in. I mean, deep in. Like that age you said, that the mid-30s, you're in middle management. I was there, working hard. Long days. I didn't even know when I was getting off every day. I knew when I had to go in, never knew when I was getting home. Never. So what I wanted to bring up, the point I wanted to bring up about this clip, and I'm going to hear what you got to say about this one there, Lucis. But the point I want to bring up about this clip is that when women talk about marriage now, there's no sense of real duty or honor in it. Everything is about her and her time frame. And you know, it's like, I'm accepting applications. You're accepting applications because you all might decide relationships. It is men who decide marriage, right? It is, we are the gatekeepers of marriage. And so a lot of women have this, I want to get married, but they don't even know, she had her whys, but none of her reasons were the things that are going to keep people together for the long haul. It's everything to just make, oh, my grandparents are going to pass away, so I want to get married for them. And before my dog passes away, I want to get married. Like, these are just superficial reasons. No part do these women talk about marriage and talking about the quality of guy.
Right.
The legacy. They don't talk about legacy. Did you see my poll today about the about the Tinder?
Yeah, I answered it. Yeah.
I still gotta get to I might have got to yours, but I let it roll for a little bit so I can answer them all at one time. But this woman had told me on there, she was like, I didn't say anything about smash and dash. I said, look, I base everything off of friendship, first of all. Like, I don't just say, oh, I'm looking to get married. I'm looking for a relationship. How can I talk about being in a relationship with somebody long-term, and I don't know you? If you have this thought in your head that I got to get into this long-term relationship. Now, that might be your overall goal, but the whole goal is to meet someone and make sure that you all on the same page, that you all are looking at the same path. That really, when I lay out my vision to you about where I see us going with that, can you roll with that? And that's not the point. It's on their time frame. What do you got to say about that, Lucy?
I'm gonna tell you right here. I will marry you, have these kids for my mom and grandparents, and I'm gonna divorce you and have you on child support till them kids are grown. That's what I got. Just like you said, there was nothing in her pitch that said, hey, I'm really looking to be somebody's wife. Her pitch was, I need somebody to come along and save me, put some kids in me, and so I can have somebody to play with my dog.
Right.
That's what I got from that.
Oh, no. The dog, so that the dog have the kids to play with.
Right. No, that's my point.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I have these kids so that I'm not concerned about the husband. I'm not concerned about you. I just need you to put your seeds in me so that I can get you in court. But my dog needs some friends. She put more emphasis on saying, hey, I got a dog and it's a good kid dog. Who? What?
Right. Oh man.
They don't really be listening to themselves, because
no, I don't think so, man.
Her sales pitch was horrible and her body language was horrible. And she sounded quite desperate, but you're going to pay the price getting with a desperate woman.
Yeah, absolutely. So, new question, kind of off the marriage topic for a second. I think I only got 2 clips left. This next clip is a simple one. Now we're talking pre-marriage stage, right? I brought up the poll from the day about getting in the dating phase and stuff. And this will be part of it where we talk about men a little bit based on what this woman is asking. Because again, there's questions that these women have been asking today, some of them. And so I want to get to this one. Hear her out real quick. She has a question for us.
Okay, I have a question for all the men of the world. Please stitch this or duet this or whatever you want to do. Honest answers. It looks like I'm about to go up to be with Jesus. Honest answers, no right or wrong answers. You can be as much of a butthole as you want or as sweet as you want, whatever. Okay? How come when you're at a bar, you like are looking at a girl, she's looking at you, eye contact is made. How come you don't walk over and say something to her? I would like to know. How, especially if like you're looking and both ways are looking, eye contact has been established. Do you think you're going to get shot down? Are you scared of getting shot down? I would like to know, because most of the time, I guarantee you, if you would just get the balls and go say some silly something to her, she would totally be into it. So I want to know, why is it so hard to get the balls to go say hello? Have I been drinking? Absolutely not. Okay, love you. Bye.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard there's a number. that end part was like, notice how it always comes to, like, she could have still got her point across, but it came back to shaming, right?
Man, I was just about to say that.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead on that.
No, that's what I was going to say. I was like, wow. So you want an honest answer, but you want to insult us. You think is we don't have balls. It has nothing to do with women doing the Me Too, women making false claims, women calling men creeps. What? We forget, not us. Let me not say
right.
men. We not forgetting, but women forget the bad behavior they do and the outcomes and results from the very behavior they exhibit.
Right.
If you in a bar, why don't you get the cojones? Go over to the guy that you think is attractive. Maybe if you say something silly, it will get the ball rolling, right?
Right. Like listen, they're so strong and independent, but yet and still, or y'all trying to control us, this, that, and third. Well, okay, then why don't more women approach men?
Exactly. Because
y'all want it to be equal, even, all these things, 50-50. It ain't 50-50 when it come to getting approached. It ain't 50-50 when it come to checks, getting the check. Right. You know what I mean? It ain't. It's man, the double standards that we hear, man, and obviously I put out, I'm coming up on my 400 quote unquote 400th video, wow. and just in the 400 videos I've put out, man, I'll be at 400 videos probably by the end of next week.
Okay,
easily.
That's impressive.
Yep, I'm at 390 now, probably 391 with this video. So I have 9 more videos. That'll easily happen sometime next week, right? And really, I'm technically over 500 because I've hit 120 videos. That was these sensational gent stuff I hit. Oh, man, I had to get rid of some of that stuff, man. But with all those videos, man, we've heard countless times where, just like the other woman, oh, y'all scared of us, or y'all trying to, control us and this, that, and the third, but yet and still y'all don't have the balls to go up to a dude. Right. You know what I mean? Like, but I have to jump on what you said, man. So I was thinking about my answer toward this earlier. I would say that I'm pretty good at choosing signals, but even the best of us can get those choosing signals wrong sometimes. I've definitely had women looking at me, so I don't have a problem walking over and, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And then come to find out, like, that's not why they were looking at me. Like, I've had one girl's like, I've had a girl be like, oh, yeah, no, like, oh, yeah, no, nice to meet you. Here's my friend so-and-so. So the chick was looking at me because the other girl was too shy or whatever. So the other girl did the looking to give me the choosing signals and then try to pawn me off to the friend that nobody want to talk to. I mean, that's just an off the cuff one. You know what I mean? Like, there's many reasons. Now, if we're talking about these younger guys today, just because of all the reasons you talked about, they've been growing up seeing this M2 thing going on, right? And they like think about the gym. So the woman in the gym, she working out, she looking at you, you thinking, oh, maybe she like me. Let's say I go work out. But I mean, some dudes are like, okay, she's giving me choosing signals. Let me go over. Next thing you know, you're on TikTok and you're a creep, and then they got you posted.
Exactly.
And you wonder why dudes don't want to come up to the over. Oh my God, man.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I was raised and I took etiquette class. I know how to be a gentleman 100%. But I'm not a gentleman anymore.
I don't blame you.
They done really took it from me because I don't trust women in public spaces. Even when I go to the grocery store, if you're not a woman over 65, don't ask me for anything. I'm gonna avoid you like the plague. I'll help an old lady get something off the shelf, but if you look, I'm gonna tell you real funny. If you under 65, I'm not helping you. I'm avoiding you because we now see, like, look how many of these videos out here. These people are setting up cameras all over the grocery store.
They got women. You see the ones with the women wearing barely nothing,
right?
In the store,
trying to
catch you looking.
Yeah, and some of them even bold enough to come up to you and like try to ask you a question or something. I'm telling you, I walk away. I don't play the game anymore because at this point, I'm not interested in being in anybody's world star and viral and this and that. I'm not interested in it. And the fact that women have really put themselves in a space where, women get mad at you sometimes for speaking to them. Like you used to be able to say, excuse me, to get around somebody, but now you try to say, excuse me, get around somebody, they try to make it be about something. And it's like, dang, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So I just avoid it. I'm very peaceful. I put my blinders on, cap on, and I keep it pushing. And that has, and it really has gone against who I am as a person, but I'm in survival mode. I'm really in survival mode. I'm like,
I'm about to blow your mind with my answer. What's that R. Kelly song? I'm a flirt. Catch me up. Oh, man, I don't give a damn, man. Listen, I told you I can read choosing signals, even if it don't like result in anything. I still flirt and keep it stepping. I'm not scared. Now listen, it's not about being scared, but I don't care, bro. It ain't gonna stop me. But I'm just, everybody know me. I'm very social. I talk to everybody. But here's the thing, I'm very even with that too, right? Like, like I have conversations with dudes like, hey man, what's up, man? What's up? Like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I saw you doing that. And then I strike up a conversation with everybody. I don't give it. Like I am. That's just how my family is. If you knew my family, man, you'd be like, damn, y'all talk to everybody. Like we don't even give a damn. And here's the worst part. The older we get, the more we talk to people. My grandmother was always like that. Oh, this is my grandson. I'm like, oh, don't embarrass me. Yeah, he got all A's. He got all A's, baby. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, I used to be so embarrassed. Now, my mom was kind of like me, like, man, I don't want to talk to everybody. Now my mom talks to everybody. She's like my grandmother, how she was, talks to everybody. Now I see me being more social now than I've ever been. I talk to everybody. I don't care. Now, I will say, I want to put this out there. I realize that I have a slight advantage of doing that. I'm still in shape. I'm a tall man, you know what I mean? I'm muscular, whatever, outgoing. Even when I do that and somebody really isn't talking to me or feeling me, I rarely get terrible responses.
Right.
But it's not to say that I haven't been in that position where, and you might have heard this before. You ever heard this one? Where, like when I was younger, I talked to a woman and she's like, ugh, get away from me. Right? Like in front of everybody. Like completely like, ugh, almost like, why you talking to me?
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been embarrassed like that. Now, notice, even though all those things have happened, that has not stopped me from talking to people because I still never put myself in a position with all the cameras and stuff around. you'll never catch me in a position where you say, hey, Sean did something inappropriate. You know what I mean? I'm not going to compromise being a gentleman the way I was raised and born and believe because someone else is an idiot and don't understand etiquette. Listen, if you're not going to show me respect, I'm okay with walking away at that point, right? It don't hurt me. I'm like a duck, man. I let all that crap roll off my back and I keep it stepping. You know what I mean? If I'm being completely honest with you, gents, okay? A lot of the issues I talk about, I don't have these problems because, Lucis, you could probably attest to this. I want my peace so much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
None of this stuff bothers me because I'm a man on my purpose. Like, I'm so on my purpose. Like, I'm social when I want to be, but when I lock myself up here in the Thunderdome and the Terror Dome or the Technodrome or the Castle Grayskull or the Fortress of Solitude. whatever, the Batcave, whatever place, the Halls of Justice, whatever, man, the League of Justice, whatever it's called, where when I come back here, I'm done, right? I don't want to, I ain't talking to nobody. I'm chilling. I'm by myself. But when I'm out, I'm social. Why y'all think I live in Vegas? You know what I mean? Because I love talking to folk. But I never put myself in a position where you can question, am I doing something wrong? Am I being disrespectful? Right? Could she misconstrue something? You know what I mean? I don't put myself in those positions. I ain't gonna stop talking to folk. That ain't my family way. Carl says, I'm not trying to be in nobody's TikTok. I hear you, bro. Oh, snap. Shout out to the Sand Van, you guys. Good morning from Australia, Sean. Good morning to you all. Thank you all for being here. Let me tell y'all something about my friends here from the Sand Van, from the Down Under. If you guys heard, hey, Lucy, you ever heard of van life before?
Yep.
My friends here, Tim and Sandy, they do van travels. They do van life, and right now they are converting their y'all have a Sprinter, right? I forgot what the brand is, but it's a Sprinter, and they are working on. They're doing a remodel on it. I'm telling you right now, go check out those videos. If you like any type of van life videos, you definitely want to check out their videos. They also show you some beautiful scenery, all their different adventures and stuff, and they're just really awesome people. I am so fascinated right now with their channel, with this van build. I feel like I'm waiting for my next episode of something coming on TV. Like, man, when the next episode coming out on this van build? I need them to build this van.
Yeah, them vans be pretty cool.
Man, I'm just so fascinated with their build. So do me a favor, you guys. Go over to the Sand Van. Subscribe to their channel if you like that kind of stuff. I promise you're going to love them. You're going to love this channel. Great friends of mine. I fully support them, and you should too. All right? So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Pan Afro says, Black women angry up ageist gender wall. Hunger Games as passport bros go. Did I read that wrong? What was it?
Ages. Oh, I think he's saying black women get angry as they age and hit the gender wall.
Oh, yeah.
It's Hunger Games as passport.
Everybody trying to get up out of here.
Right.
I got you. My bad, man. He said, Cap, you can't even say thank you to black women cashiers when paying for groceries. Daily occurrence for black men across the USA. Yeah. Man, I must be lucky, man, being here on the West Coast, because I haven't had that problem.
Now, he's speaking in general, because we still have that issue where, especially now, he's not Pan Afro is not off. He's telling the truth right now because of the passport bro movement. It's angry black women. It's angry black women, man.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Because why these videos are still getting views, not only views, but they're getting the hate still. Matter of fact, I got a few clips now. I was like, man, should I do another passport bro video? I really don't want to because I'm tired of talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, what else do I need to say? Leave or don't? You know what I mean? Like, Lucis, man, if I had my real thoughts on this, all my answers be short answers. Like, if I really did the videos the way I want to do, I'd just be like.
But we have talked about that in length, I think on 1 or 2 times. And you even had your what is it, QB pass, bro?
Oh, QB passport, yeah, QB passport.
Yeah, we talked one time without him, and then I remember the time he came on. So yeah,
I mean, listen, that's a whole nother comment. I don't want to get into that. Let me get into this next video because the whole. I mean, listen, I know it's not possible for every man just to be able to live out of the country, right? Mm-hmm. It's just not possible. Right? Just like it's not possible for every woman to be a 10. You know what I mean? It's just not possible. It's just not possible. But what I will say is get your passport. I think, and listen, get it out of your head to go out of the country just to talk to find some beautiful women. Right? That's cool and all. That's only like the cherry on top of your trip. What you really need to be experiencing while you're out is just the difference in the way the people act, interact, culture, food, all these different things, right? It's all of it. It should be the whole experience. Because what I will tell you is when you come back to the Matrix, first of all, you might cry when you get off the plane. I know they said men shouldn't cry out and cry by yourself, but you'll literally be on that plane tearing up like, I gotta go back to my 1-bedroom apartment. Oh, and then as you start dealing with more people out here, and then you start comparing it to what you dealt with while you were gone, if that don't spark you to want to change some shit in your life, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? Like my whole mentality is like, okay, I did that for a little bit. I came back to the States because I'm trying to figure out how to get the bag even more so I can stay longer.
Right.
Well, I could stay longer now, but I'm trying to I have other plans. So I need more income to work on those plans because I can selfishly just leave right now. But I know what's going to happen. Family going to be calling and stuff. So I need to be I'm working on the generational wealth portion of my family. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do. But if you leave, man, I'm going to tell you, it's hard. It's hard to look at this place the same way. It really is. I don't even look at women here the same way anymore. You know what I mean? That's why, hey, Lucy, that's why it don't bother me to talk to them. Because to me, I'm not losing anything. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I know what it is. You know what I mean? Go or stay, but you must choose one. Carl, I experience this over 3 times a week in Northern California. I am a social intellectual. Yeah, I actually am that way too, man. That is dried up a number of women because I like to talk about deep stuff, especially like the more I drink, the more I want to talk about deep shit. It was like, how do you drink and then just want to talk about quarks and quasars and all kind of stuff, man? And I don't know, man. When I drink, I'm like really in my head. You know what I mean? So I have to watch myself. Go for safety, honesty, respect, all around kindness from public. Absolutely. And I talk about it all the time about when I went to Mexico. Yeah, I filmed in the tourist areas, but you know where I hung out at? Pan Afro? I actually ended up in the local bars. Like I spent more time in the local bars. Nobody spoke English. And my Spanish is malo. You know what I mean? It's terrible, right? But I was still able to, hey, you're pretty cool, whatever. Or I understood when like I wasn't supposed to pay for the next round of beers. Oh my God, I thought I was about to get in a fight at that point. They was like, yo, they was offended, bro. Like, but guess what? It was an experience. You know what I mean? So you guys got to figure it out for yourself. Let me bring up the next clip. Let's push through this. All right.
Dear future husband, when we get married, do we have a joint bank account, separate bank accounts, or another option? Dear future husband.
All right. Now I have my answer to this because money used to be, I don't know if it still is. I don't even think it is no more. But remember, like finances used to be one of the biggest causes for divorce.
Yep.
It kind of still is because if that woman thinks she can do better, then financially you ain't making enough for her, then finances are a problem. You know what I mean? But what do you think about that question that she had? I
It's
have
a loaded question. It's a loaded question, but I'm gonna keep it simple. If we get married, why are we being separate?
Okay.
You're just asking for the sneaky stuff to start happening. And I mean, what was it like? It went viral probably about 6-7 months ago. This wife had secretly been taking out loans from the bank, and she had racked up like $7,000 to $10,000 worth of debt. And the husband, I guess this was one of those detective type, investigative type news shows. So the husband went to the news show, and they basically busted the wife and said, "Hey, we know you got this money. We know where all the money is coming from this." And the husband had no idea, and he innocently, and this is where we talk about women will test you, right? He innocently said, "I would ask you where you getting this money from, and you really wasn't giving me no answer." And I thought to myself, like, dude, if she ain't giving you no answer, you need to pump the brakes.
Right.
She's constantly doing something. So, and it became this thing. And why was it easy for her to get the loans and do this stuff? Is because you had separate bank accounts. And I actually don't have anything against having separate bank accounts if the bank accounts that are separate are more related to savings or something. But we shouldn't have and I'm saying that with my ego. I hate to use the word should, but me personally, having one bank account for the house and the things that are mutual to our lifestyle.
Okay.
I don't need that to be in separate accounts. I need to know we can just count it up because you know what I'm saying? That's what I would like.
I understand everything you're saying, and old me would have 100% agree with you. But after I kept seeing this is before the reasons women get divorced now, right? This is me long time ago. And I was an engineer, so like the math thing. So I figured out, I said, well, man, if everybody's getting divorced because of finances, let's solve this financially, where it's almost like we're talking about marriage being essentially a contract, right? Yep. But part of it is the legacy to duty, but to make it where there is no animosity about money, we're coming into this relationship knowing what each of us bring. Now I'm going to use a perfect split example. This could save somebody's marriage from finances, okay? Well, not nowadays, right? Because women now just like, oh, it's not enough. It's never enough, right? But let's assume, I've drew this up. Let's assume a man makes $2,000 a month and the woman makes $2,000 a month. So they make a total of $4,000 each, right? Together as a whole. And then each of them, I know that's a low number. I'm just using it for ease of math, okay? So each of them bring in $2,000 a month. So they break in 50, each of them bring in 50% of the total income, okay? So we figure out all our bills. And when I say all our bills, it's, okay, the lights, the rent, the car notes, the insurance. Hey, do we want to go on vacations once a year? Okay, a fund for that. How much do we want to save? Whatever, right? So we figure out what the bills are. Now, I'm just using simple math. So we figured out the bills come to $1,000. So because each of us, our relative share is 50% each, this is then $1,000 or $500 comes from each of us, right? To equal to $1,000. That's an equal share, 50-50, right? So he keeps his own bank account. She has her own bank account past that. Once everything that falls into the bills goes there, even a little slough to make sure we can pay for anything extra, okay? I'm just using these numbers. Now, I'm going to change this up. Let's say the man now makes $4,000 a month. Okay. And she continues to make $2,000 a month. So the man makes 66% of the total household income, right? So when we're talking about bills, his share to the bills will be 60% of whatever the bills is, which would be $600. Her share will be $400. So basically, the disposable income each person will have will be relative to how much they're bringing into the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I see what you're doing there. But see how quickly your 50-50 went 60-40?
Yeah, but if you were a dude taking care of the whole house, it's going to be 100-0, right?
Right. No. But I'm saying.
Yeah.
Notice that the man, in your example, I'm just saying, we are expected, as we increase our value, to increase our production or productivity of what we're doing overall. But I agree with that. Like,
but hear me out. I'm gonna show you the math real quick, okay? So when you're talking about what disposable income is left after all the bills are paid, yes, the man pays 60% of the bills, right? But look at the share that's left over when you take that in consideration. So when he pays his $600 toward that $1,000, he still has $3,400 worth of disposable income left for whatever he wants to put it towards. A good man is going to be taking that and investing extra, right, to make sure everything's good. Or it'll be a part of that, right? Maybe, in theory. Her 400 brings her down to 600, 1,600. So yes, she's paying a smaller percentage, but that's because she makes a smaller amount. But look at the difference in disposable income. It still favors the man in that case. It's even split based on the percentage you make. If she wants to have more disposable income, then she has to contribute more to here. She has to make more. See what I'm saying?
No. I totally understand what you're saying. But I also, we need to factor in the one thing we know that is never equal in a relationship: what a man is willing to give to it versus what a woman is willing to take from it.
Oh, no. I know what
but I get what you're doing. The math. I mean, if people, I think like if you look at it, because like you said, you're looking at it from the financial standpoint.
I'm saying that
if it was financial being the biggest obligation,
right?
For sure, that's the best way to keep peace.
That's the best way to keep peace because it's based upon we're both contributing to the house while still having our own. You know what I mean? We contribute our percentage to making sure that the house is taken care of.
Yeah.
Even the emergency fund, like that, I'd use those simple numbers, but obviously you would factor in emergency fund, all these different things. Now, we know that we know.
Wait. Could I interject?
Yeah, please.
I think what you're saying too, or the information you're giving out right now, is relative to a man who wants to be in a relationship with a modern woman. Because I think where my mindset is that I agree that the man should lead and take the lion's share, but that doesn't necessarily fit with dealing with modern women. So I think this is where
well, they want a 50-50 relationship, right? That is the for listen, I your point is well taken on that. The reason why I even came up with that probably had a lot to do with this right here. Finance is still the number one cause of divorce. Mm-hmm. So based upon my model, this would eliminate
that
any
excuse.
Right.
That excuse.
It'll like instead of having that argument, because the argument, you're like, well, like, and I'm gonna even throw men under the bus on this, right? Like, well, my money, my rules, or blah blah blah. Well, how's this fair? I'm home taking care of the kids, blah blah blah, whatever, right? A good man is gonna make sure his woman got a little allowance. Hey, baby, here you go. You know what I mean? Here's a little something for you. That's what the old dudes, the old dude had. Pay out that, take out that wire with that rubber band. Like, yeah, baby, take off a couple little. Pretend I'm gonna get that rubber band, baby. Hold on. Take you off a little something. But you can't do that no more because modern women will continue to take. So if they really want equality, well, they don't want it, but we, like, not all of them, but if you really want to take finances out of it, then make it relative to the income. And again, she still has her separate account. You still have yours, but you still have the one that pays the bills. And you make that direct deposit to that. You can do an allotment, direct deposit to your account.
Right. And
that's the way to keep it fair. That way, the bill thing, my last girlfriend, her ex-husband, she thought everything was good, and then one day they were taking the cars away. This fool hadn't been paying the cars. So if you guys know, hey, this is all going to this account, and he got his, I got mine, and she's an accountant, so she was making money too, but cars got tooken, right? Because she thought everything was good. He was messing over the whole money, right? So that again, your point is taken. It's probably based off of a modern relationship model.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying that.
I agree with you.
I'm saying if any dudes out there considering marriage, you don't have to go to court and just get married, whatever. You can write up your own contract. You can write up your own contract and you can write that into it. Hey, the joint account will be, relative to the amount of income you make. Shall be direct deposited on whatever days you get paid or once a month or whatever the hell it is, right? And that way, and then a contingency plan in case it fails. Here's what everybody will get at the division of assets. You can take that into court and let that be your what it's based on. So that way, when the divorce does happen, you already have a contract in place. We're not even talking about just a prenup.
Right.
We're talking about a contract.
Yeah.
If you do a contract like that, that's enforceable. And the courts will have to honor it because it's already gone through the courts already. See what I'm saying? So anyway, this was me one day. Who knows? I might have been drunk. One of those. But I was like, you know what? Mathematically, I think I can make this thing work. I probably did that, man. Don't don't tell the patriarch your motivation. Yeah. Western modern women, same thing. Okay. 50-50 compromising contracts. Don't marry, remain roommates. Will you split the lives of children in similar fashion? Third world patriarchy where less is more. Yeah. I got you, man. I got you. Less is more, but these people are more worried about the legacy of the family and surviving, man, than this whole who's going to get the bag and trying to live some lifestyle. When did average become bad? That's another word, man. We talked about good is a bad word, nice is a bad word, and average is a bad word.
Average. Look, I actually had to cut out last week, early, of course.
Right.
And I wanted to add something to last week because it's something that you was talking about, and I wanted to say we forgetting that the problem in modern dating is average women don't want average men. It's not that women are doing better than men, because they're not. We know the numbers.
Right.
Women are not doing better than men financially. But the problem is average women with a lot of debt don't want to be in a relationship with an average man with no debt. It's like they don't want that. It's like, I don't want average. I want somebody that's going to save me. That's really what we're talking about. We're talking about women who have not taken stock in the fact that, one, they don't qualify for the guy that they want. That guy is not checking for them. And even for those that are able to get with that guy is only using them for recreational use, because we do know if a guy has his stuff together and is looking at his future as we do, especially the more successful you get, you're not gonna waste your time with post-wall women. Not for your future. You'll hang out with them and entertain them. But that's actually the basis of what I want to add is you had made a point, and I want to say, well, part of the underbelly of the point you was making is that average women don't want average men.
No, right. Which is part of the problem. Average woman will look at my plan and be like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
I don't know what kind of math you doing. This is that monopoly math. I don't know.
Right?
You cheating, man.
Look, she looking at your 3,400 expendable and her 1,600. Talking about, well, why you not depositing some money in my account?
All right. Why? Wait. Let me hold on. So $5,000, right? So the disposable income after all the bills was paid is $5,000. Modern women be like, why it ain't 2,500?
Right, exactly. With my 900. Going with my 900.
Well, yeah. Where my 9 Hondo, baby. Anyway, I told you, man, it's probably some drunk math, bro. It's probably some drunk math. Pan Average said 50-50 compromising. Oh, wait, I already read that. He says modern women have become less than 50% of his choices. Western men have global access passport bros. Yeah, I mean, dudes are, if you single and you got that type of income, man, do it. The bad average for modern women in the West, the average man working blue collar making over 6 figures. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, the math, if you go to blackdemographics.com, is that over 50% of black men are actually considered in the middle class, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's still not good enough because, you know, I forgot where the middle class starts. It's like
80.
No, it's less. It's a little bit less than that, but it's
like 70, 77, but I've rounded up. But yeah, it's like right there. But that's the point, is that we got more than 50% of our men that are single
and childless
have the best disposable income in the United States. Come on now.
Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane. All right, next video. Because we can keep going on about that one. Jesus. All right. This poor woman right here. Get ready.
You know what? I always heard from men that
and they even got the little sad ass music in the background. You gonna see.
Being too much. I'm very needy, and
red flag right there. Keep going.
All I need is just an attention all day long.
Oh my God. I didn't even hear that. I must have missed that when I was reviewing this video. I didn't even hear that. I'm needy and I need attention all day. Now, have we not been discussing this the weeks, months, whatever, right? About how men can't compete with the attention that modern women need nowadays? We can't compete with it. But anyway, she's going to tell us more.
Is it really being too much that if you are with someone, or if you're seeing someone, or just obviously care about someone, that you want, in my opinion, for me, is just general basic things like getting a good night message, getting a good morning message.
Oh, snap.
Getting just like, how was your day message, or just simply getting a how are you message. I never understood. I'm getting emotional.
Oh my God. This woman's a mess, man. Initial thoughts before she gets
you know what it is? The dude she really liked.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
He basically told her, you too much, and you just I can't do it. And I'm out. And she is getting emotional because 1, she's probably past the wall. 2, she thought that was going to be the dude that was going to save her. And now she's coming to grips with he ain't coming back.
Hey, hey, baby, it's Daddy. Put mommy on the phone.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, Barbara. Hey, I ain't never coming home no more. So take it easy.
Right. Exactly.
Oh man, listen, man. Oh my God. Oh man, I don't know if I laughed this hard at the beginning when I first watched it, but I didn't hear all the stuff she was saying. Right? Listen, I don't think nothing's wrong with. I totally believe in. I don't believe in overdoing it, but I don't think nothing's wrong with telling your woman good night, or hey, have a good day at work, babes, whatever, because we want that too, right? But when you pair what she's saying with everything she said before it,
right,
then you start to see a puzzle being put together.
That's
and like you said, Lucis, you said she probably was going for a certain type of dude, because a lot of women have a type, and she got the type, but he didn't think she was the right type.
Right.
So, oh my God. And
Look,
here's the thing: a man that's able to provide, that's really, we're talking this middle class, 6-figure plus earner, right? Once you start getting into trades, middle management, all these different things, right? Man, I worked every time that I was in 6 figures, right? I ain't never worked so hard in my goddamn life, bro. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, like I just said earlier, I didn't know when I was coming home. No clue. No clue, man. I had no clue when I was coming home. And so, and I'm a special case because I couldn't have my phone where I worked at. So I worked in the engine room around a bunch of confidential information. So you can't have your cell phones, right? You can't, you'd be just like the former president, right? They'll haul your ass out. I don't even know how he's not in jail right now, because anybody did what he did, they'd already be in jail. Like I've literally been in charge of people that went to jail for mishandling classified information. Okay? Seen it. Processed them out of the military myself, right? With all their end of the stuff paperwork. You literally just don't have the time to be sending messages or not having access to your phone, or you're just too busy. You don't have your phone. You ain't got time to be on your phone. If you making money, you don't. You just don't, right? Unless you're in some type of business. Even then, you ain't got time. You're on calls. You're in business meetings. You ain't got time for all that stuff, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's she a mess, man.
I never understood that.
I like the accent.
Just the basic things like this. Why is it for a man being too much?
I don't like the
Can
eyebrows.
someone explain? Because I don't understand. I'm not the woman who.
Oh, he did a job on her, man.
He just told you the truth.
That take you out on a fancy date. I'm not the woman who wants to be kept. I'm not the woman who expect a man to pay for things.
I just want to be needy and up under you.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
Oh my God, Jesus, she did it again.
Look.
What you got? What you got?
Look. She said something. We heard it. She's not the type of woman to be kept.
Okay.
That's an independent woman. Not only are you needy from his attention, you want him to text you all day, good morning, good night, and all parts in between. You don't even want to be a kept woman, which means you want to be an independent woman and you want all of his attention.
Right. That's a good catch. I didn't even see that. I'm still just getting past her dude did a job on her, man. She is screwed up. And she brought it on herself, man. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Great point, though. Let me get to a couple of these comments before I finish this tongue ring. Who had a tongue ring? Did she have a tongue ring? I didn't see that.
I didn't see one.
Me neither. Jesus Christ, she wants her daddy to check up on her every day.
Yeah.
Oh, Pat Afro says, if your woman has facial piercings and you don't, where am I missing?
I don't see it.
I see them tattooed ass eyebrows on there. That's not attractive. Because it might be cute now, but when she turned 40 or 50, ooh, not cool. Word is the reason why Tamara Mowry divorced her husband is because he was starting to make more money than her. Oh man. Yeah, but that wouldn't be a reason why she would leave, right? Or you think she was getting jealous of that? I don't know.
She graduated from the marriage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She was doing better than he was. That's what I thought. Cap. Oh, why didn't you pick up? I know you saw my text. It better not happen again, King.
Right. Like, see?
Oh, man, we ain't right for this. All right, I ran it back just a little bit.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
Okay, baby, keep going.
I'm the woman who always wanted.
What you want? God dang, she is.
Sorry.
You know what? I got a new observation.
I'm the woman.
I got a new observation. She's deep in that wall right now.
Yep. She older than you think. That's what I'm saying.
That I just picked up on that. She is older than because that's why she's getting emotional about it.
Mm-hmm.
Read what's on the screen. I'm gonna run it back just a hair. I see it now, man. She thought this was gonna be the dude.
Sorry.
Yep.
I'm the woman who always just wanted to be loved.
That is the first time I've heard that word being used. But anyway, go.
To get the same love and care and attention.
Okay, I have a problem with that. Tell me if you picked up on this. If you go back to the beginning, she said that maybe she's needy and she needs attention. Mm-hmm. And then she just said she wants the same love and attention, or basically she wants what she feels she's given to be reciprocated. But if she's like doing too much to compensate, right? Then that man, he's not going to be doing what he's supposed to do if he is needy as she is.
Exactly. But at the same time, don't forget, she didn't want to be a kept woman the way she said it. Right. So, she's really a dichotomy of what she wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly, man.
That I would give to someone. I just realized that I give too much love, care, and attention to people, but I never actually get it back. And I just don't know, I just don't understand why.
Okay, so when this happens, right, gents, when this happens, right, when you hear women get on Tik all the time and they'll say the same thing she just said. Right. And what is typically happening in that scenario, let me bring us up on the screen. What is typically happening in that scenario when women say, like her, I'm not talking about like all women, right? Because some women may not be getting energy reciprocated or whatever. But I'm saying that based on all the facts and the puzzle pieces that we have about who she's described herself as, when women say that, they're like overcompensate for love for something else that they're lacking in their life. Yep. There's something in that past that we don't know about right now, that she is overcompensating by saying, because it's not just that she said, well, to the man, she says to everybody in her life. So I'm sure she's probably with her friends. She probably like, oh, I always give to my girlfriends but they don't invite me out. I'm just using this example, right? But they don't, they don't always call me back, or they don't invite me, or, I'm always caring about them, but they forget about me. And I have a lot of female friends. So when I hear them say this, I was like, why are you tripping on people? Like, why are you tripping? Just do your own thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know how we are, pretty rational. You're like, if your friends ain't reciprocating it, then leave them alone. You know what I mean? Like, it's a simple thing. You know what I mean? You should just be doing your own thing. But usually a person that needs that much attention was starving from attention for something in their childhood. Something was lacking big time. I don't know if it was mommy love. I don't know if it was daddy love or family love.
She getting middle child syndrome.
Middle child syndrome. Something was wrong, man. Holy cow. I don't know. Let me see if she have anything else to say. Hold on real quick so we can finish this one out.
If I'm a good person and I'm a caring, loving person, I don't understand. Why is it not enough? And never been enough.
See? Never been enough.
Yep.
You heard that, right?
I did.
Man, she gave away the game, son. She gave away the game. So
it started with him being a problem, and it ended with her childhood being a problem.
Yes, yeah. Without even saying childhood, it's like she said childhood. She said there was something deep there. All right. When she talks, you see it. She's gonna cry in the car. Entitlement pushed him away. Too much love. Yeah, that's why you're alone. Lies, lies, lies. Well, I think that she has that smothering love, and smothering love pushes everyone away.
Yep.
So that's truth right there. Not what she wants, but what he needs in his relationship. Her body, her choice. For him, not by force. What the, man? Hey, it's my brother. Hey, brother. Hey, how you do, brother? Just jumping on and give you a holler. Brother. Oh, he said it too. Brother one. All right, brother. I love you, bro. Thanks for checking up on me, man. I appreciate you. That's my middle brother, man. That's my middle older brother. Skipper, she's broken. Yeah, she bruh. Look, gents, for you young men out there, you guys, if you've dated enough women, you will come across a super needy woman. And they come in all varieties. She's a crier.
Yeah.
Okay. I was dating a Costa Rican chick, and she was also a nurse. So she's on these 12-hour shifts. Now, she knows I'm self-employed, my own, I do my own thing. And so when she's not taking blood or changing bedpans or whatever the hell she do there, right? Taking vitals and shit. She was always texting me. Like, what you doing? Like, bitch, I'm working. You know what I mean? Like, I do have a schedule I keep. You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't understand this. I work on this channel a lot, but like, go look at all my shorts from last week. I was wearing the same shirt. You know why? Because I had in my head, I was like, why am I doing this one short at a time? Let me just go ahead and film 5 shorts for the week. Work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? Free up me some time. You know what I mean? Like, so she was needy in a whole different way. And then getting mad, like, she ignoring me now, like that. Oh, it was terrible. Like, I had to break up with her. I'm gonna start doing. You know what? I ain't gonna tell this story. I have a new video series I'm gonna do, and I hope you guys follow and watch it. I'm gonna start telling stories in my car. I'm just gonna put the phone up in the car, start recording, and that'll be part of my regular videos. It ain't gonna happen all the time, but if I got a story, I'm like, let me tell the gents this story about what happened to me, or what happened while I was out here in Vegas or whatever. I'm gonna just start doing car stories too, right?
TSG in a car, huh?
TSG. I don't know how I'm gonna title it, but I'm probably car stories or
something like that.
Yeah. You'll know when you see the title.
Cool.
You see that title? I'm just gonna start doing car stories. While I'm driving, I already have my perfect story, man. I already have a perfect story about young women with fairy tale fantasies in their head. Learned that one the hard way. I have one last video. Let me see if I made sure. Damn, I had a lot of videos today, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play this last one. Actually, I'll play it. It's real quick. We should be able to roast this one real quick. And I say roast. I don't mean to roast it, but I didn't mean to say that out loud. And she was on the cover too, so I gotta like make good with this one.
How do you make friends as an adult? I'm serious. Like, I can't just go up to somebody and say, "Hey, let's be friends," or can I?
Look, I actually feel for her on this. I'm gonna tell you why. Not for me, because I told y'all what I do. I talk to everybody. I don't give. Sean don't give a crap, man. I just walk up to everybody like, "Oh, what's that, man? What's that? Where you from?" You know. The good thing about me is I've lived in 10 states and I've been to 40 of them. Right? I've driven all across this country, so there's not too many places that I can't be like, "Oh, I've not been in that state." You know what I mean? I have a story for every state I've been in. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Look what Carl said. TSG auto files.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that'll be like the end of the clip and like the end of the title, whatever. That's a good one. I might have to use that one. That's the part I'll put in the brackets or the quotations. TSG auto files #1. I don't like, you should never number anything. That's bad because it shouldn't number. At least that's some advice I've been given. But anyway, back to her. The older you get, it is harder to make friends. And the reason is because you start valuing your peace and your time alone. And as you get older, you don't want to be bothered by people and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to deal with people drama and whatever. So, but she looks like she was still pretty young. Young enough with that red ass hair, she go out. It seems to me that she's just too shy to just talk to people. And that's okay. Because I'm talking to some of these younger dudes out here too, Lucis, who might be shy to go up to people. Man, listen, I've been thinking about this. Right now, all the stuff that we've been talking about tonight has been about, when we talk about modern women, we talk about how everything is in the lens of material things. And Denzel said this quote, I know it's not his, but he says it all the time. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse because you can't take it with you.
Right.
So I guess part of me being open the way I am, first of all, it's just the way I was raised. So that's just the way my family is. And the second part is, in the end, I've lost so much stuff. I've been homeless twice, lost everything. We lost things in Hurricane Katrina. We lost everything in Hurricane Katrina, right? Like, I've just house fires. Like, I've lost so much crap that I realized this stuff comes and goes, man. At some point, everything you have now, you will no longer have, one way or the other. So, but the one thing that we leave a legacy behind in is our relationships with people, the seeds that we plant in others. You know what I mean? Yep. We can plant beautiful flowers in other people, man, beautiful thoughts and things. But we can also be planting crabgrass in people too, man. You know what I mean? We can be planting poison ivy in people. So that's what we have at the end of the day. Most people, most of us that are watching it, most of us right now will pass away and nobody will remember who the hell we are, right? We'll be forgotten. Think about the people that are never forgotten. It's the people that make impacts in people's lives. So that's why I believe that our greatest thing, other than putting good people into the world, when I mean putting good people, I mean creating kids and giving them, passing on your legacy that way. The other way we pass on our legacy, man, is how our interactions were with people. At the end of the day, that's what we leave behind, man. So I don't know. I didn't mean to get deep on that, but she's talking about I can't find no friends. But I can tell you with that red ass hair, she's going to attract a certain type of people too. And that's not no. I mean, look, she wasn't ugly.
No,
but think about.
I'm laughing at what you're saying because you're right. Because colorful hair attracts certain types of people.
You're going to attract certain type of people. Yeah. Look, I'll put her back up on the screen real quick. She is not an ugly woman.
How do you?
I personally, it's a turn off to me for women with colorful hair, and that's not to.
Hey, that's your preference. Yes, you.
I see it as a red flag.
Yep.
And it don't work for me. She's not ugly.
No.
If she didn't have that fucking red ass hair, but at the same time, you're going to attract certain types of dudes. Mm-hmm. You're going to attract certain types of if you're not talking about dudes for friends, you're going to attract certain types of girls. So the company you keep dictates your success in life. I think I said that earlier in this live stream, did I not?
You did.
So, all right, let's see what we got here. In today's story, let's talk about the time I pulled up to pick up a girl up for a date, and her sister that I already dated opened the door. Well, I might have to be careful with some of these stories I put out. Criers need love as well, but men must maintain his happiness in relationship. Good choices of women lead to better outcomes. Yeah, but listen, anybody that's been watching this channel, ladies, especially the ladies, I want ladies to really get this. I've said this, and I will continue to say it if I got to say it every live stream. I don't hate women. I'm not bitter or mad at y'all. I'm not mad at all. I will say that I make these videos so that one, we always talk about women making better choices, but I need the men to make better choices too. So part of those videos is to identify personality traits. And unfortunately, because you have a swath of men who don't go out and socialize and pick up and learn social cues, and you have a whole generation of dudes that don't know how to talk to people. So making all these videos is just giving them death by repetition until they feel confident enough that they know what they're looking at. And then on the flip side, for women, it's like, hey, men are telling you what we want, what we don't like, what we like. This is giving y'all the game to get men, the men that you want. And I'm not talking about some damn high value man. I'm talking about a man, a real man. I ain't talking about no high value crap. I'm talking about a real man who's going to love, protect you, who has a plan for you and the family, and who's going to be there. Mm-hmm. We're giving you game. You're just not listening. If you're a woman and you just bitter when you leave this channel, then you didn't listen to a damn thing I said. You didn't listen to a damn thing LaLusa said. You didn't listen to a damn thing that nobody said in the comments. And good luck with your cat and your vino tinto. Okay? So, and your little tiny purse dog or whatever. And get that goddamn sweater off of him.
What is that? The teacup?
The teacup chihuahuas. Oh, when I used to give women advice, I tell them, imagine you project, the image you project determines the attention and the respect you receive. They never listen. Yeah.
Look,
go ahead.
This is something that I'm Caprina King. I agree with you on this 100. I used to say all the time, how you come into the relationship as a woman is how you're going to get treated. If you come in a relationship and you promiscuous and you come in on your back, that man is not going to stand you up and say you're going to be the chick. Men, we're funny like that. Like how you come into the relationship is how you get treated. If you come in respectable, you're going to get the respect. Because as men, we don't necessarily love, we care.
Right.
We care for things that's our love language is care. If we care about you, we're going to do the things to keep you. We're going to do the things to provide, protect, and for women require love, but men require respect. If women learn to give respect, like you ain't got to love the dude, you got to respect him. Yeah. If you respect your dude, he gonna stay around. It's really that simple. We are different. Our love languages are different. Men care. Women need to respect. Men need to care for. That's right. And it's simple as that.
It's simple. That is damn simple. I might actually use that. I'm not good at Twitter, right? I don't do good with tweets, but that's a good one. I might have to use that one. Carl says, I'll be her friend an hour at a time at her place or a motel, never my house.
Carl, Yana Van Zant gonna tell you out of pocket.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, she will. Rainbow hair is modern out there. Yeah. It's the norm. It's the norm. Carl says, my neighbor is 45 with a Frenchie that wears clothes and has a stroller. Jesus.
Yep. I've seen that.
Oh my God, man. Well, with that, we're gonna go to profiles of the day. I have a few clips, whatever, a few profile clips to show you guys. And oops, didn't mean to show y'all the back end of that. 1 second. All right. So dude writes, hey there, cutie, you single? No, I have a boyfriend. F it. I'll just try again in a month. So a month later, you single now? She says no. Damn, that's a long relationship. And these are just, some of these just to laugh at, man. They ain't really no lesson, whatever. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. LSU. Shout out to LSU. If y'all know, y'all see me wear my LSU sweater over here. Congratulations to the LSU team and shout out to Angel Reese. You know what? Listen, I had no problem. I actually went on, I don't go on Twitter a lot, but I went on Twitter and I was like, how y'all getting mad? First of all, y'all talk about y'all trying to get these damn women or men playing women's sports is women, right? Or you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Athletes breaking records and stuff. So it's competitive. And then we tell these women to actually be ladies when it comes to being out on the court, right? But then when they out here and like the women we just talked about today, oh, yeah, go, you could be independent. You can do what the hell you want to. No consequences for that. But if they're on the basketball court, they have to conduct themselves like ladies. Let me tell you something. Them women, some of them women harder than some of the dudes out here, okay? Got girlfriends. You know what I mean? They got girlfriends. I'm going to leave it at that. And so they're competitive. If this is sports, don't we want to see this? So this girl was being classless originally because she the crap, right?
She the one that started it. She the one that
started. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. She the one was talking mess, and then in loss, you got it right back.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with that. She didn't hit her. She just, you could say, well, she should have had grace in winning. You know how we say.
Man, I don't like that. Sports is competitive.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this one thing. This is why I like LeBron, but LeBron makes me mad when he be trying to get fans thrown out the game because they heckle him. They're fans, man. They not supposed to make the game easy for you. I'm not trying to cheer for you to win. I'm trying to get you off your game. This is what this is. Girl from Iowa has been hella disrespectful all season.
All season
she been doing this. She has been the media darling all season. They've been wanting her to be everything Angel Reese is.
Right. She's been classless all season too. Yeah.
And then you get the thing. We talking about a Reese, a transfer, comes over, leads a team to the championship, wins. And it's funny that
took them to their first national championship.
Yeah.
Doubles all through the season. I think she broke.
Oh man, yeah. She had like at one point 14 double-doubles in a row. So I mean, and she broke what? She broke like 4 LSU records that had been there for 30, 40 years. Each one of them.
Right,
Each one of them, when you look at it, since 1970 this and 1960, like it's some crazy stuff. But because the wild one lost, they just didn't like it. The media did not like their media darling going down. Too bad.
So I was about to tell a story right now, but I said save it for the car stories. I'm gonna have to tell you all about my time playing basketball with women in NOLA in New Orleans. Let me write that down. I'm writing it down. Playing ball. And with the girl we used to call Baby Jordan.
All right.
I'm gonna tell y'all that story.
Put
Actually, that's a great title because people are gonna click on that one. Playing ball with Baby Jordan.
Also put on your list, talk about some of the excursions in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. All right. Mexico. I got a good one for that one. Mexico stories. All right. I got that too. I'll put that on the list. Oh, let me write one more down. And then what did I say about the young women live in fantasy world, live in Disney world land? That's what I call it. Young modern women live in Disney world land. That's a good one. So I already got so you might see 2 videos a day now or 3 videos a day. I just do a couple in the car when I'm out going to the gym. Quick stories, ain't gonna be that long, 2-3 minutes. And then big video, and then the YouTube short plus my post. So yeah, next week gonna be real. All right. She's the girl JJ Redick. Yeah, she is. I like JJ Redick though. JJ Redick be hanging with the black folk, man. He cool. They love him, man. Hollywood, both these women are filling seats, helping the league. Yeah, no, absolutely they are. Absolutely. But you can't get mad. How you gonna dish it but can't take it? Come on,
right.
All right, we already talked about this one. So I'm just gonna sum this one up real quick there, Lucis, for everybody. Yeah, don't adopt somebody else's kid. Just don't do it. Shit, hell, don't even get married. Y'all know my thoughts on marriage right now. Had to text my ex. I miss you. Wait, really? Nah, April Fools. You for the streets.
Oh, man, that's wild.
Oh, you know this happened on April Fools too.
Yeah.
That's cold. All right. I wanted to show y'all this. I think this is a deeper topic. This is from ChatGPT. Now, I've had this problem with ChatGPT when I try to put in manosphere stuff. It literally like, oh, I can't talk about that because it could be offensive and is against policy. I'm gonna read this real quick. Write a message in support of Andrew Tate. ChatGPT said, I'm sorry, as an AI language model, it is not appropriate for me to provide a message in support of Andrew Tate or any individual, as it goes beyond my ethical boundaries to express personal opinions or views. It is important to approach each individual and their actions with objectivity and neutrality, while respecting diverse perspectives and opinions. Now, I got something similar, but it also said that when I started talking about red pill stuff, it did not like that at all. Right. Then it says, write a message against Andrew Tate. This is what ChatGPT said. As an AI language model, it's important for me to maintain objectivity and neutrality in all responses. However, I can acknowledge that Andrew Tate has been a controversial figure, and some of his views and actions have been criticized by many people. Some of his opinions on topics like race, women, and mental health have been seen as problematic and harmful. It is important to approach the individuals and their actions with critical thinking, open-mindedness, and respect for diverse perspectives, while holding them accountable for their words and actions. ChatGPT is woke.
ChatGPT is suffering from the same thing. Google, Facebook, any of these search engines, when it comes to anything for men, is going to spit out garbage. It's just what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's funny how you even with YouTube at times, YouTube, Google, it is.
Y'all, I deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
I got to retitle things.
Right.
It'll take some of the negative stuff, but then but in those videos will do well. And then when I try to talk about subjects that I think need to be talked about, no traction.
Right.
None.
Sensitive but needed conversations.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to do stuff. I'm trying to do different stuff, man. Did you saw my video with the where I showed like how like men are needed in the home and why?
Right.
Man, that video got 300 views right now. And then I switched. I said, okay. So I talked to Jock, right? Jock Wilkins, Young and Grown, right? Talked to him. We were texting back and forth. I said, bro, what the hell is going on with this channel? Look at the next video I put up. I said, all right, I'm going to go negative. I'm going to say negative, but I'm going to go shock value, right? Tell me why that video don't have 3,000 views right now.
I'm looking right now.
10 times as much. Can I bring it up right now? I probably can. I should share my screen with y'all just to show y'all the back end on that.
Yep. Yep.
Bro, y'all wonder why the video quality went down for a little bit. I was depressed on the couch, man. YouTube is depressing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, perfect.
Yeah.
Right here. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Hold up. I'm gonna put this up on the screen so you guys can see the back end numbers for the 2 videos I did, right? I'm going to put it up on the screen right here. Okay. Here are the numbers here. So this is the video. Now I had this thing titled completely different. Something about kids. I said single moms. I didn't use black women. I didn't use modern women. I said single mothers are causing harm to their children or something like that. That was the old title. I've retitled this thing 4 times to try to get traction. It has 352 views. And then I even changed the thumbnail. It wasn't like your dad ain't crap. I didn't put that down. Now, when I put women struggles, and this is why so many women are single and struggling, 3,429 views. It has almost 10 times as many views as that video. This video, to me, even though this was a good video, right? The women struggling video. But this one right here, I had a deep message, right? You have these women that are saying that men are the problem and that we are the reason that society is being destroyed, talking all kind of mess, saying that we are Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Predator and all like that. Yeah. I was trying to say that to make sure that that word don't get whatever, right? So I talked about that. Then I had a clip in there where it showed all these women who have trauma. They need therapy. They need help. They are miserable. They are depressed. And they are taking out our kids, man. They are taking out kids, bro. And it's getting reported, but it's not getting reported.
Right.
Right. So I made that video. Please go watch it if you haven't watched it. I promise you, it is a powerful video if you really look at it. Talking about these issues we need, even if you don't, you're not with that baby daddy, do not deny that man his kids, bro. Because we are seeing the repercussions of it throughout the society. And we will all be gone before this has any chance of getting straightened up. We're going to be gone. Everybody under the sound of my voice ain't going to be here no more. Even if you're a young dude right now, you probably won't be here no more. By the time, it's going to take a couple generations. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, it's going to take.
But yet, those videos don't do well. Yet, no negative comments from women on those types of videos. When I talk about child support, when I talk about these different things, those videos always do terrible. But let me go ahead and talk about women's personality traits. Those videos do well. I was on my couch damn near a month, man. I was putting out videos. Stuff was still getting out there. I was good on the community post, but all the rest of the stuff, it was like, whatever I put out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I didn't try to put effort into it, but I would make the video, put it out, chat with you guys. And normally I'd look at the analytics, make sure everything's going fine, everything. I wasn't doing that. I was like, I ain't about to depress myself. I get on the couch again. You know what I mean? So it's depressing, man. It's depressing. And they pushing YouTube shorts. So if you look at my numbers on the back end, all the shorts are doing well. But what am I doing? Some of them things I'm just trolling. Some of them I'm just doing shock value. I told y'all I was going to do that, right? It's entertainment. The shorts is quick entertainment.
Yeah, you got to entertain.
And it gets the channel exposed to people that it may not never see. You know what I mean? So I have a full-on attack on how I'm doing my YouTube right now. But when I do videos outside of things that need to get discussed, especially in our Black community, that's supposed to be to make us better, to at least bring attention to certain things, they get suppressed. That's depressing, okay? It's depressing. And it almost makes me want to quit sometimes. I'm never going to quit, but I'm definitely going to take some staycations or something, okay?
All right.
Can I write this one? Can I show this one? Oh, this is funny. Not having relations after getting drunk is just a waste of alcohol, honestly.
And that's from a woman.
That is from a woman.
Wow, you can't make this up. You can't make this up because I'm telling you, had it not been from JAE and was from JAY,
right,
this would be a problem.
This would be a problem. Absolutely, absolutely. Hold on real quick. I don't know if I have how many more I have. All right. This is going kind of funny. It's a little low class humor, but whatever. Humor me on it. Meat beat it, history deleted, psychologist needed.
That's pretty much for what's going on.
Oh my God, man. I don't know why. I found that one really funny. I had to put it in there. All right, well, that's it for that, man.
All right.
Listen, man. Any parting words there, Lucis, on what we talked about today? So today's topic obviously was basically responding to thoughts about what women, about what men we responded to women thoughts about what we want as men.
Right.
What did you think about today? What did you think about today's topics?
I found all the videos very enlightening because it's what it's doing is while we putting our spin on it and being deep and funny, entertaining at the same time.
Of course,
it's still showing us that the majority of women just don't pay attention to men. I've heard this be said. I heard Kevin Samuel say this first on one of the podcasts he was on when he was going on a podcast to defend men. He said from all the women he's spoken to, women don't take the time to learn about men. Men learn about women, and men study women enough to know how to get women. But women put no effort into studying what men want. When men even say it, they still would rather listen to themselves and their fantasies and their friends or the echo chamber.
Yes.
Of female. A real man would save me, this whole thing. Today just really validated the fact that they have a long way to go. And I don't know how many of these women are not going to become cat ladies because
well, you already know that and we've quoted this before here on this channel, but by 2030, 45, almost 50% of women are going to be single and childless.
Yeah, over the age of 30. So.
Over the age, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, got to add that point. Yes.
Because it makes it even worse. Not that you want to make that stat worse. It's just statistically, that's a horrible setup when you think about that. Like, wow. I mean, it really, to me, what it's going to do is it's going to, what they say, the dating market is deregulated right now.
It is deregulated.
I guarantee you after 2030, there's some regulations going to have to come into effect. But other than that, man, I enjoyed you letting me rock with you today. I was glad that I was able to really be free.
Oh, man, I'm glad you were able to rock with me too, man. This was I miss doing these like this, man. I think it's definitely more engaging that way. But at the same time, man, it's like, it's just good to get that other perspective, man. It really is. And I appreciate you being on here. Today I thought I usually don't come up with my topics until like the night before or something. But it's only because I want to make sure I have all the recent stuff that I can get. You know what I mean? So I was able to go through, pull a few more clips last night. And then I was able to add, because I have folders. I keep everything very organized. You can already probably figure that out about me. Y'all know I'm military and everything, right? So I keep everything very organized over here. And I've already gotten all my folders ready for tomorrow and for Friday. I'm going to do the videos a little bit differently on tomorrow or on Friday. First of all, and the reason is because, I got to that's why I'm trying to do variety of things on the show, see what sticks, what doesn't. But the other reason why I want to do it a little bit differently, I'm still going to make commentary on different things, but I'm going to let clips ride out a little bit longer, right? Stack clips on each other and then make comments on the ones that I think are most pertinent. Some speak for themselves. The one that speaks for themselves, I'll let them ride. The ones that are a little bit longer, I'm going to probably, break down a little commentary on it. But really the biggest reason why I'm doing it that way is because I'm also experimenting too. Because I see some other channels that started off lowly, but they have, they just doing clips and they're getting exposed to a bigger audience. And I think the one thing that this conversation has shown that we need to really grow this channel, man, and really get more of this type of content in front of people. It's not to diss the other ones, but I remember last week with the Kevin Samuels one, because the thought is the manosphere suffering, and somebody made a comment saying that that there are a lot of clowns out there, and we talked about having people that are just saying ridiculous stuff on their channel, having people on their show that you find out other things, other thoughts that they have. And again, I said, I'm not immune to that. I might say something that people want to not rock with me, and that's fine. But I hope that I've shown you guys enough over the course of coming up on my 3rd year in June of doing this. I hope that I've shown you guys that I do care in a number of ways. I want to get this information out. I want to make it entertaining. And I think that's what I'm going for. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So the video might be a little bit longer because I have a lot of clips for each video, but I promise it'll flow. It'll flow really well. I always try to make sure I keep it very engaging, very entertaining to the eyes. You know what I mean? I try to keep the flow going, but really and truly, I always try to make narratives, right? Like everything. That's why you got to watch my whole videos, because every video stacks on every other video. You know what I mean? To build a narrative. But sometimes people just want some regular, just downright entertainment. So whatever it is, I'll figure it out, bro. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I really enjoyed today's conversation. I hope you guys did too, man. I hope you guys got everything from it. Lucis, thank you for being here, brother.
All right, thank you.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and let you go there, bro.
All right.
And then definitely we will have to do this again.
Yep.
All right. Yep. All right, gents. I appreciate every one of you guys. As per the usual, I guess I didn't write a question of the day, but question of the day. Why do you think that question of the day. What do you think about today's topics? What do you think about the different videos? Which video resonated with you most, and and what was it about that video that you most resonated with? Why do you think that women are failing to understand what men really want? Lucis had his idea. I got mine. I want to know, and I want to hear from you. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. And before I take off, I want to shout out everybody that was here today. Shout out to Pan Afro for being here. Thank you so much for contributing to today's channel. XL Pro is my dude. Thank you. I know I'll be seeing posts from you very soon. Carl, shout out to Carl, man. Shout out to my brother Carl for being here, man. Shout out to King for always giving great Great commentary. I mean, great messages, great comments. Cannot thank him enough for his support on this channel. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Shout out to my shipmate, Philip D. Redden Jr., for always coming with the elbow and giving us great knowledge. I appreciate you. Thank you, Philip, for being here. Who else do we have up in here? Shout out to my friends at the Sand Van, Tim and Sandy. Please go over and check out their video. Again, if you're into van life, or even if you want to see travels and experiences in the down under, along with, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen van life videos, van builds, all that stuff, just how they're, living in a van domicile, you're going to love their channel. They're very awesome couple. Please subscribe to them, okay? Who else did we have in here? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to go. Steel Saint, another one of the contributors to the channel in the comments. I really think about it. I'll get to y'all comments here in a little bit for any new comments. Shout out to my friend Kiva, who I grew up with. Thank you, baby, for coming through. Appreciate you. Shout out to Rondo Smallfoot for coming through. Thank you so much for being here and watching today. Who else we have in here? Xerxes, 666. All I think about when I hear Xerxes, all I can think about is when he got behind Leonidas. I was like, hey, man, what you doing on my back, man? Hey, man. Hey, get off my back, man. Hey, man, just back up, man. Just back up, okay? That's all I can think about when I hear Xerxes. Old, tall, 6'7" foot ass dude. Shout out to Ennis for being here. Thank you for being here as always, brother. I appreciate you. Ennis is another contributor to this channel, to the live streams. Shout out to my brother Kings and Dreams for the $5 super chat, for the $5 holla. Thank you, brother. Make sure you go check out Kings and Dreams. He has great podcasts. If you're into the Passport Brother life, there are a lot of great discussions that he has on his channel. Please go over there, subscribe, and then shout out that you came from here, okay? His live stream might still be going on too. Shout out to my brother O from Speak Spanish Now. Make sure you go to his channel. Again, if you're going to go travel, especially to these Latin countries, you definitely want to go Speak Spanish Now. It's going to give you Spanish in a very easy and practical and fun way. It's very engaging, especially the live streams where you get to talk about Spanish in real time. Please subscribe to this brother's channel and support him as well. Shout out again to my guest, Lucis, for the vodka tonic grapefruit juice get loose discussion tonight. I appreciate you for being here, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to my brother, Jock Wilkins. We talk all the time over there at Young and Grown. He's not even just talking about his travel experiences. He's also putting you on game. He have this video that he have on his channel about starting an LLC. And that's the other thing I want to do. I want to branch out into other topics, but I can't do it if you guys don't watch the videos and don't support the videos. Go over and support his channel. I promise you, he's a great dude. You're going to love it, okay? And then also shout out to Anthony Realism for being and coming through. Thank you so much. And if I missed anybody, let me know down in the comments if I missed you. Women naturally consume, but feminism has interfered with their providers, men. Yeah. They naturally consume, but they're in hyper consuming. Hyper consuming. And damn, it's 7 o'clock already. Jesus. All right. But they're hyper consuming. That's not natural, man. Because it makes you care more about things than people. Life isn't about things. Things are nice. But again, you never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. So, because you can't take it with you. Thank you for the salute, brother. I appreciate that. You guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. We'll be back next week. I will have some videos tomorrow. I'll have a new community post tomorrow. I'll have a new YouTube short tomorrow. And after I take a quick break from this, I'm probably going to start working on tomorrow's big video. At the most, I'm going to have the big video ready because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay, so y'all won't want to miss it, all right? So, again, thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you guys, anybody who cashed app or any cash apps, whatever, right? We accept everything. Everything helps the channel. The microphone, the upgraded video quality, the camera you're looking at, All this stuff was been paid for through the YouTube funds, through Super Chat, through Cash Apps. So again, can't do it without you guys. I thank you guys so much for contributing to the channel. We'll be back tomorrow with a new video. And until next time, live your best life.